Neither Bryce nor I know really what we want to do right now.
We're definitely doing something.
So I've got MTGO here. Like, Legacy's a thing. Who's that just walked in? I hope it's Alton. Can do Legacy, can do Vintage. Yeah. Don't know what I want to do.
Uh-oh.
I have no idea.
It's decision time.
Decision time is hard time. Hello, sir.
Hello, doing some Legacy this morning?
I don't know.
What do you do on the day after Halloween?
I'm, like, staring at all these cards.
We don't play Phyrexian Dreadnought. That's what we don't do.
I kind of want to, because Fox has been, like, Master Miyagiing me. Like, since yesterday, I literally have, like, 50 messages from him of how to actually play that deck.
What you should have done and when you should have done it?
Oh, I mean, just, like, lines that I should be taking, ways I should be thinking about. How is this not? There we go. Ways I should be focusing on it, like him essentially talking about how the mana base, is the most finicky thing about the deck. Everything else is spectacular.
Okay.
Like, the deck is not bad.
Especially when you're up against Wastelands and...
Oh my goodness, against lands?
Ghost Quarters, yeah.
I have so many main deck answers for lands, and I'm just like, that's a cool deck you've got there. Like, Paul got super salty at the end of it, and, like, I understand. It was not fun how I had it, but, like, I have, like, 11 main deck answers to a deck.
Yeah. There was some...
Plus Force of Wills.
Some
like,
things you could
like
do.
Stifle is good against. Like, just spectacular.
Or reality shifting his guy and yeah, answers.
I mean, having Swords of Splashers, having Caracas in my main deck, having Wastelands, like, all those things just makes it super hard for him. And so this deck is actually, like, it's there. Now, the sideboard guide I haven't gotten from him yet. I don't fully understand my own sideboard.
Sure. Right.
Which is fine because the main deck is so impressive. But the biggest thing, the most important thing about the deck and, like, his whole... The gist of his conversation is that your main game plan is interacting with their game plan. That is the entire point of what I do.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be stopping them first, and then I beat them down in 2 turns with 24 damage.
Which is a lot like other Stifle Wasteland decks, right? You're interacting, you're disrupting, and then you're protecting your one threat.
Yeah. And it's like, I just never really got into Temur Delver, but, like, this is like Infect. This is like Temur Delver, and that's not a style of deck I've ever really been good at. Because I'm so used to making the format react to me.
Sure.
Right? I'm so used to having people react to Food Chain.
I put down a Food Chain. What are you going to do? Do you have an answer?
Yeah. Or I've got a 2020 player. I've got a, reanimation and all those things. Like, that's how I've learned to play Magic, really. And this is fundamentally different for me. Yeah. And, like, I'm starting to realize that my Vintage experience is similar. Like, with Dredge, you have to deal with my threat. I don't care about yours. But with Thieves, like, the deck is built so much more of that, like, okay, let me turn off your game plan.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'll take over the game. And, like, the cards in the deck are so good for it. Like, think about Search for Azcanta. Think about just the incremental advantages you're getting out of either Stifle Knot or that deck. And it's just like that.
There was a couple times where Search for Azcanta, he would have actively not flipped it.
Yeah.
When you did.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, no, the scrying is better.
Yeah.
Especially with Revival, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because then you're scrying it to the graveyard, and then you can revive
it. Quote 12. You don't get candy unless you say trick or treat or costume sparkle. Was that you?
I may have said that. There's context, though. There's context.
What's the context for it?
I really don't remember. Most of last night was a blur.
Honestly, I'm going to say about the same thing. I don't remember many of my individual matches except where I won.
That's fantastic.
Like, honestly, the one I remember the best is that last game against Paul, because the line, like, was so clear to me.
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, I've won this game. Like,
and we couldn't see your hand, so it wasn't clear to us.
that's
okay.
Funny.
So the context was something about trick-or-treating like 3 days before Halloween.
Okay.
Right? And so if you went up and just said trick-or-treat, that would have been my response is you don't get can't or no. Yeah, if you just go up to somebody's house and say, you have to say trick-or-treat. And that's why you look like a normal person because they're not in costume. Yeah.
Well, not everyone has their candy ready ahead of time. You know, maybe it's time. That makes way sense.
Dragon Knight's going through all our...
Dragon Knight is just on the quote engine.
Quote
maybe it's time for me to crack back into a Pirate's Life.
Let's do it again.
And see how
Let's
it
try
feels
it out.
today.
Let's try it out. It was fun. Let's see. Hold on. Let's look at the list real quick. Is there anything we would... Because this wasn't a finished done deal.
It wasn't. So we added the Notion Thief, which I really I think is fun. We've got Hostage Taker. We've got Snap and Snap Back out of the sideboard. So when I did...
I like the Phantasmal Images.
Phantasmal Image definitely stays. This is Pickle Rick. On the sideboard, I switched in and out some Snapcasters. So
I think I like the Pirates list better. It's more fun.
Oh, absolutely. It's much better. Why did it send that quote to my whispers? I have no idea why it sent the quote to your whispers. I don't know, Dragon Knight.
Would you like to lose with my list next week? No, he's going to get better. No.
Which deck list is it?
Captain QC was suggesting he's going to send you a list, but he hasn't done it yet. So we don't know what you're... You gotta tell us the list.
Yeah, you gotta actually send the list. There was... What was that list that we got? Someone sent us a list for... Oh, geez. What was it called? Cephalid Breakfast. We could also build Cephalid Breakfast.
Yeah, that came from Wes, right?
No, it was from someone else.
Oh, Captain QC sent it to us in a whisper.
To me in a whisper. I probably got it.
Or it came last night.
Captain QC, can you send it to JBA734 in a whisper? That's going to be my easiest one to access for some reason. Unless I can find my whispers.
It's right there somewhere.
Where are my whispers? To Paragon? To Paragon. To Paragon! Where are my whispers?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Notifications. Left a message, friend requests. Prime stuff. Right. Yeah, so he'll send it to JBA734. Thank you. Where is the Chubbawamba? Not Grixis Amulet. Concept deck? No, I don't want the concept deck. Was this last week or was this Monday? It was Monday. Okay, it was early Monday. And I got not Dead Guy Ale, this deck. Cephalid Breakfast.
Yeah, and this one is a little old, but maybe it doesn't matter.
It's old.
And
the combo's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's play Pirate's Life first and see how we feel about life.
Dragon Knight is missing his commander and apparently missing removal from his commander deck.
You don't actually need removal in commander. Like, it's nice, but we never said you needed it. Okay, it's time for a Pirate's Life.
Yeah. Guys, Pirates, right? The day after Halloween? Makes sense.
I mean, it feels about right. It feels right.
Now it's November, which... there's nothing. I don't have any connection to Pirates in November. I'm sure there is something.
I'm sure there is. I mean, there you sent it to me. I should see it showing up here in a sec. I have both of my phones ready and waiting. Okay, where is Magic? While we wait. All Hallows Stream Spooktacular with Caleb Durward. What else is on right now? Not too many people, surprisingly. There's not that many of us. Do you want to do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
All right.
It's true.
You don't have your hat, but...
It's actually just right over there. Oh. I could grab it. It's out on the... It's out on that couch.
Pirate hat.
Oh yeah, it's Parfait. That's what I'm playing. We're in.
Yes, opponent found. Guys.
Oh my goodness.
This deck that's going to be a challenge to win.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I want to learn how to... So, there's a couple of engines that I can see. You've got Isochron Scepter plus like Orum's Chant Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah.
Like, you want to win with either Goblin Char Belcher or Helm of Obedience. You have 3 main deck, like, Wrath, Day of Judgment. You have main deck Blood Moon, main deck Humility, and all these are one-ofs.
Okay. That you can go search for? Or
Yep. Yeah, you have it in Enlightened Tutor.
Okay, yeah.
You also have Ivory Tower, Scroll Rack, Zurin Orb.
Why wouldn't you play this deck?
I mean, the deck is... Yeah, it's a thing.
And where does it get its name from?
Parfait.
Because it's just
Like one of everything. 2 Helm of
There's
Obedience.
some yogurt and some fruit in there, and that's...
I mean, that's basically what
Our
we're
opponent was afraid of your hat, I think.
I think I scared them away.
Yeah.
I think that's all that really matters in this.
There's 370 players playing some Legacy right now.
You only have 2 Rest in Peace for your 2 Helm of Obedience. Deck is weird. Solitary Confinement, O-Ring, Land Tax.
White with the cherry on top. Is that... What?
I mean, yeah, yeah, it's got those things.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like a desert.
For a moment there, I was... How is it like a desert? No, I got you. I follow.
Oh, man.
This wouldn't be too difficult to put together online.
No. The Mox Diamonds are going to be the most expensive thing. I think I have everything else.
Man. Opponent.
Got him.
It's going to be the same guy. He's going to leave.
Yay! Guys, we're playing against Yay, and it looks like he's probably on Storm. This hand doesn't do good against Storm. Nope.
It's not a horrible hand.
I mean, Warping Whale is a fine card. The thing is as soon as we cast our Trophy Mage, unless we find another Soul Land, like, it's over. I really just kind of want a mulligan for a Chalice. It's not a Chalice, but it's got a Force of Will.
Okay.
Yeah, that's...
It's better than the previous hand.
I mean, they're almost 6s. Yeah, we get probed.
F&M probed.
My opponent's like, well, this is fun.
Main deck Crucible and main deck Siren's Ruse.
Apparently my opponent is also double queuing in
Ah,
competitive Legacy something or other.
could be. Sorry.
What were you going to...
Oh, I was just trying to find Whispers. Thought I'd look.
Oh, while we were hanging out. I'm going to pop it back to this just so we have it. A Ponder? Oh, no.
I saw this really cool altar of a Ponder the other day.
Yeah? Yeah, was it done by you? Because those are some pretty sweet altars.
Maybe.
I'm still contemplating actually. Like, the thing is, though, is once I start altering my whole deck, it's really hard to sell those cards.
Oh, yeah. Probably unlikely.
And it's like, it's not like I'm really ever going to sell Food Chain. I put so much into it. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Shame.
Nope.
Self-promotion. Give me a Chalice. Not a Chalice, but I'm not upset about it.
Aha! Take that, Volcanic Island.
And they can't even judge because they haven't seen it.
I did. I showed everybody the...
Well, Captain Kissy hasn't seen it.
Oh.
That's all that matters,
he wasn't
apparently.
there then, yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
I don't have it anymore. It's sent off to the other side of the country.
How dare you?
I know.
Don't duress me.
Aw. That's going to be a lot harder to win now, guys.
Oh, does he take the Crucible? Okay, yeah, Forcible's fine. Am I getting Pirate Meme stompied? Yes. Yes, you are. Captain Casey's the only one that matters.
Mm.
Don't you know that?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how it works. I mean, he's technically getting human stompied, but we probably just play the Mox with the Phantasmal Image. Crucible World's next turn. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter.
Do it next turn. Unless he duresses us again and takes something. But
takes the Crucible Worlds.
That's what he was going to take anyway. No, this one isn't Popeye Stompy. That one was a significantly worse deck. Pedal.
Yep.
And pedal.
Okay.
And does he win?
Well, I mean, I might have drawn a Force. Well, he doesn't know that.
Pedal, pedal, diamond. Usually is a winning line.
It usually doesn't feel good for me.
Yeah. Chalice. Why didn't we mulligan until we hit a Chalice? Just mull to 1.
Maybe mulligan to 2. Solat Chalice. Tess is much better against Chalice because their 2-mana stuff is actually like worth it.
Yeah.
I actually didn't wear anything for Halloween, but I love the pirate hat. This is my favorite thing about this whole thing. You know, we can't even see you, Bryce.
You only need. Even if I was like right here, they're only going to look at you anyway.
That's
You have
true.
a giant pirate hat.
Captain QC also knows that I'm the only one that matters.
Right.
No.
All right, you have a turn to draw something. Ready?
Let me think about all of my main deck sweepers that I have.
So if you had Chrome Moxed Image, you could have Siren Drews, but that doesn't work. No.
Is it an MTG loot thing? It absolutely is. I'm the lootiest.
Oh, goodness. Look at that blocker right there.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't have anything main deck. Okay.
Yay!
Yay, wins. Like, Chill kind of messes with their combo. Trinisphere. So Trinisphere comes in. Propaganda.
Sure.
I'll bring 1 in.
Okay. We don't really care about Sword of Fire and Ice, do we?
Sword of Fire and Ice isn't great. Warping Whale, Smuggler's Copter. Okay, so Phantasmal Images come out.
And then we bring in...
Flusterstorm.
Yeah, that card.
That card's good. I mean, I can Surgical. I can bring in my second Propaganda. Like, those are all things I can do. Notion Thief's pretty good.
You've got some main deck stuff, right? Between Chalice and Trinisphere.
Yeah, Chalice, Trinisphere, and then, like, my actual pirate plan.
Uh-huh. Should be all right. Warping Whales are main deck.
Yeah, Warping
We just
Whales
had a
are fun.
bad 6. Once they took Force of Will.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the worst 6. Yeah. Got Force, I've got Propaganda, no blue land, I've got Smuggler's Copter. Wasteland. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Siren's Ruse.
Smuggler's Copter doesn't do much, but if we can get Notion Thief online, we need 2 lands for it, though. That's what's rough about this hand. Can't play Propaganda, can't play... You can play Copter, but you can't crew it.
Close to the Copter. I'm so close. The hand's so close. We mulligan trying to get a Chalice. It's not a Chalice.
We mull this hand, too.
2 mana. Oh, that's tough. It's so tough. The lines are weird with this.
Better?
All I need is another blue card, and I've got a Rashadan Cuppers. And I can crew my Copter and then, like, get myself out of anything. And I've got a Warping Whale.
Yeah, so we go City of Traders Whale. Or City of Traders...
Do I do City of
Copter.
Traders Copter? I definitely keep this.
Oh.
I gotta bottom that card. I need an island or a blue land. Yeah, we can whale Burning Wish.
So you can City of Traders Copter, and then if you have to, you could Warping Whale for the 1/1 to crew, right?
True.
It's at least something to do.
Like, the looting effect off the copter is not bad.
Yeah, that's the whole reason.
And so I think Ant is the faster of the two. I think Tess usually... not much. Raced Linem. I should probably name the deck that I'm playing and, like, change some of the titles so that people know that I'm playing, like, a fun deck.
Well, and looting with a copter is very piratey, right?
Legacy Pirates. Okay, well, that's okay. My opponent, yep, turn 1.
Turn 1? Really?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Looks like it. Mistakes were made. PCG Pirates.
Tutor. See, if we left Warping Well, we would have won right here.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Didn't they duress us?
No, but they...
No turn 1 Chalice, please. Ant is more resistant to counter spells. No, okay, Tess is faster.
Six, 5. Now they're just getting greedy. Getting greedy, opponent. I think you already have it, don't you? It's that when you go past 5, then you're playing into the potential of losing to the tutor effect. Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
They've got a Wish in hand. And a Rite of Flame and a Ritual. There's enough mana there.
We have plenty of mana.
Turn 1. On the draw.
If we get a Chalice in either of our games.
Yeah. Right? There's only 4 of them, so, you know, it makes sense why. Click, 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 click.
I wish I could have wished for it. Okay.
Game 2. Fight.
Game 2. Fight! Guess my opponent was not as scared of it as I thought they could be. They definitely could have been more scared of that.
They didn't even...
No,
we
didn't even interact, really. Which it kind of happens sometimes. Like, the mana base is kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, for a deck that's not even really supposed to exist, like, I've had really good turnouts with the deck. And coming back to it after a little while, trying to remember the lines, trying to understand it, because the deck this is another reactionary deck. It's going back to that same sort of thing where, like, I'm not super good at playing reactionary decks.
Sure.
I'm really good at being, like, the proactive player and say, okay, you deal with my stuff.
And that hand is difficult because, like Captain QC says, he would have kept his land untapped, right?
Yeah.
But it's a City of Traders, so that means you would have just kept it untapped and done nothing else for how many turns?
And my opponent had duress and had all that stuff. They could have just checked and done that. But because I was tapped out, they went out the way that they did, and so that's how it is. Yeah, I like to play first. We have the Chalice on one. I guess we just jam it and hope that we're playing against a deck that it matters against.
In the dark, that's what you do.
Yeah, in the dark, this seems like a fine hand.
It affects enough stuff.
It affects enough of the metagame, yeah, it's true. My opponent's mulliganing to 6. Okay. Well, we'll see if they reveal a Chancellor. They didn't reveal a Chancellor. Mulligan to 6, Chalice on 1. Done. Okay. Let's hope it matters. Let's hope my opponent's not on mono red something or other, whatever that deck is. So how's this sound from me? Putrefied Sword Splashers and Utter End. Hey, yay! Welcome in. You can see I'm getting wastelanded. Now I have the Chalice. Okay. I'm used to playing Reanimator Parfait Maverick. I try to take control of the game, let my opponent find out. But yesterday I was on Blue Red Delver and I made a critical misplay because I'm not. Yeah. It's weird to change which side of the equation you are. Super weird.
It's also enjoyable though, right? Like that's part of what's fun about Magic is that there's enough variety in the way you think when you play a different deck that it's fun to change decks.
Oh yeah, well. And especially Legacy and stuff like that. Like in Vintage, I really should probably just pick up Shops so I understand it better. And the beautiful thing about Magic is, holy stop.
It's like they're playing cards that don't let us do things. What a jerk.
I've never done that to anyone. Oh, wait.
They're not going to play anything. We're not going to play anything. It's going to be great fun.
Yeah, they're obviously on Wasteland Delver. And we're on not Wasteland Delver. Or they're on Landstill. By the way, welcome in, Yay. We have a lot of fun here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're Wasteland proof now. I still don't have any plays. Let's be honest. Know that Brian's just bad and could have stopped you that second game.
No, we couldn't.
I definitely had a Warping Whale in my hand, but as you saw, he had Duress and Cabal Therapy. Like,
we maybe could have slowed him down a turn, and then the next turn he still would have won.
yeah, it's like nothing even matters. We're gonna get rid of our Snapcaster Mage here. Totally matters.
I think we wasteland him here.
Oh, I think we do.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's only fair.
It's only fair.
This is perfectly entertaining Magic right
That's what you get when you try and play or when you try and wasteland me out of the game. Whoa.
I think we're fairly well. Like he's got 5 cards in hand and all of them are 1-drops, right? Because this is Stoneblade.
Yep.
So we're at a good spot as soon as we draw a pirate.
A pirate and another land.
Oh man.
We definitely need both of those things.
So this deck is sort of really necessary to have Chalice on 1 because it takes so many turns to set up.
Chalice on 1. That's like Blue Stompy is only good if you have Chalice on 1.
Yeah.
It's not good any other time.
Or you get the perfect hand of Chrome Mox into Soul Land into Pirate, and you get to do that fun stuff.
I've definitely done that before and had a lot of fun with it. Mox acts as a land, but all of my pirates cost 3 or more. Yep. My opponent, so we know that they have the second worst of all the lands in play.
Right.
Yeah,
the second worst of all the duels, anyway, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably own the worst lands in history right now, so.
Huh. Yeah. Our pirates do not cost 2.
Yeah, there are no 2 mana cost pirates in this deck.
Okay.
Let's see if they get a playoff, and then I can Phantasmal Image it and start Smuggler's Coptering.
Yeah. Can you crew with a Phantasmal Image? You can, without it dying?
Yes. It taps to activate it. The activation doesn't target
right?
it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just tapping an untapped creature. That one, you can copy that one.
Yeah, it enters the field as a copy.
Yeah, it works.
Got him. And now I have a 3/1 that can't be targeted by their stuff.
Yeah. Perfect. So how bad is this deck? This deck isn't as bad. Our version isn't as bad as some of the ones.
Definitely
posted.
choosing my opponent.
Do you copter here or?
I can't block his.
Yeah. So you copter.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to.
Done.
We play the 2-mana True Name Nemesis in our deck.
Yeah,
it's way better than
ours is way better.
One. Yeah.
Yes, we're going to draw a card. Yes, we're going to get rid of that. And, okay.
And you might as well run out the wasteland.
Oh, yeah. And we take out white source or green source? Probably green source.
Ooh, I would say white.
White-black.
Stoneforge Mystic is scarier than
You're right.
anything they've got green. Green is only here for Leovold, I think.
It's for
and Death Red Shaman. So
Leovold, they may have Abrupt Decay. But, I mean, right now, let's see, do I win the race? I have 5 turns. He has, it's 5 turns each, yeah.
And you get to loot every turn.
And I get to loot every turn. I can also chart courses.
Chart first, right?
Chart first?
Oh, no. Because you get to attack with a creature. I'm used to chart coursing and not getting to actually... You always have to discard.
Yeah, so I will be able to loot or scooter anyways. We'll see what we get. Yeah, we'll get rid of the cut purse here. That's because we can actually cast the chart course.
Yeah, and he could just pay for the things.
And now we have a Force of Will.
Great. That's great. See how good this deck is?
See, we're so good.
It's like seamless.
Magic.
Yeah.
Now we just need my opponent to speed up his clock by 1 turn by fetching something. Or us speeding up our own clock by fetching something. I love Hostage Taker.
Hostage Taker cannot take a True Name Nemesis.
Cannot take a True Name Nemesis. Okay.
Charter Course is a lot better when you're attacking every turn.
Oh, yeah. Charter Course is actually spectacular in this deck. It's just actually really good. Okay.
We can actually cast things now.
Yeah, we can actually cast things now.
We
don't want to do any of it yet.
We'll wait for
him to tap out. Yeah, exactly. Brian's motto is better lucky than good. Brian's motto is better lucky than good.
So, and here's the power of Chalice on
But
one.
Paragon City Games didn't say that. Captain QC said that. I am absolutely a better lucky than good Magic player.
We have a few of those now. We have a few quotes from people in chat.
Well, I mean, that's good. We're at 14 quotes, so good job, team.
About 15 of them might have come last night.
About 15 of them? About 15 of the 14 quotes? You're right.
That's how it felt.
100%. Well, I can speed up my clock immensely here. So I play the Rashadan Port and then swing with True and Smuggler's Copter.
Sure. Yeah. It turns what is a 3-turn clock into a 2-turn clock.
Or I can just do it next turn.
Yep. That's the same result.
And have Force of Will. I think having Force of Will is probably better. Let's put it on human. Yeah, having Force of Will is probably just better. So basically, this is the worst Merfolk deck. It's definitely better than Merfolk.
Yeah, it's very different than Merfolk.
It's so much better than Merfolk because I get to play Chalice on one.
This is more like a bad mono red prison deck.
Yeah, it's like a bad mono red prison deck
where you're hoping for Chalice and then you're hoping to Wasteland and you're hoping to use the Pirates' abilities where they have to sacrifice permanents and they can't pay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're just very much on you are prison. You're like, you go to prison. You can play Chalice and Merfolk. You can, but then you can't play, Aether Vial and stuff. And half the Merfolk you want to do. Yeah.
I guess most of the Merfolk.
Yeah, if only Snapcaster was Captain Snapcaster, that would be spectacular. And so that's why my souls always name
humans.
Yeah. Captain Snapcaster. Captain Snapcaster PhD.
He actually has to go to discard because every card in his deck costs 1.
That's hilarious. Birds of Paradise. Got him. Never didn't have it. Oh, I haven't seen it in Merfolk. We play the cut purse. Blammo, kablamo, blammo.
Whoa.
Can't be countered.
This isn't anything.
Okay.
Hello.
Well, Bryce is leaving me.
It's nothing.
Pay 1.
Guys, we just won a phenomenal game with some really incredible gameplay where I think what the key thing was
that our opponent wastelanded us twice and we wastelanded them once.
And we chaliced on one.
That's 100% what happened.
See? So this deck is just really amazing. It's finely tuned.
Yeah, it really does make sense. Yeah. QC, you're right. Turn 1 Vial or turn 2 Chalice seems fine. Yeah, this is just another tribal deck, another tribal blue deck, and obviously pirates are better than merfolk. Like we've learned that in Standard, but no one plays Standard.
Obviously, some of them are above the water, others are below the water.
I mean, it's all a wash.
All right, what do we bring in against a Esper 4-color blade deck?
I mean, snaps are usually fine.
Jitte's all right.
Jitte is not bad.
Jitte's maybe better than Fire and Ice.
Oh, sort of Fire and Ice is.
Do you want to keep that? Yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty much the same thing.
Hostage Taker is spectacular against him. Phantasmal Image, as we saw.
Pretty good.
Yeah, Moon Stompy is probably better.
So the problem here is, what do we take out?
Usually Charter Course and Siren Ruse are the first ones you take out. Warping Whale's not great
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine, but it's not great. Probably add a Jace the Mind Sculptor. Captain Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Trinisphere is okay.
If I had the cards, I'd totally build it. Yeah. Just to piss off Legacies. Trinisphere?
I mean, obviously, they had a whole grip of 1-mana cards that they couldn't play, right?
Yeah. Pull out a
Especially
chart.
with Birds of Paradise, and it kind of acts as Chalice number 5.
It kind of does, yeah. We could bring in like snapbacks and propagandas. Snap Trophy Mage or Snap on these is actually hilarious.
Okay. Then the question though is, what do you take out for Snap?
You pull out Siren's
more
Ruse.
okay.
Charter Course.
Charter Course was great last game.
It was, but it's generally like one of your worst cards.
Yeah. Siren's Ruse is fun when it works.
Yeah, when it works.
All right, let's try it.
Yeah, let's do it. Playing the Magic cards. Tapping the cards so you don't have to.
I acquired the cards for some mono red prison, and then have yet to actually put it together and play it because I can't. Like, you got to be in the right mood.
Oh
right,
yeah.
To do that.
Oh yeah. Hand's not great, but we're keeping it anyways.
We get to play equipment.
Yeah, we get to play a Smuggler's Copter on one. So the player, after a lot of matches, have to mulligan so much and hope to have a playable starting hand. It's true. Yeah. Like, there are some decks that you have to mulligan so many times that it just almost doesn't feel worth it. It comes a point where you're just like, I'm not into this. Warping Whale is really good against
See, told you.
Noble
Warping
Hierarchs
Whale.
and stuff.
All right, this works. This feels good because if they True Name Nemesis next turn, we can force it.
Yeah, we can force it, and then hopefully we draw something worthwhile.
Or Leovold. It's one or the other. Oh, it's neither.
Or another Noble Hierarch, and they get an attack for 2. No! The Noble Hierarch beats. Rip.
We get another Judge promo, Noble Hierarch. That's not a Judge promo, is it? It's
an RPTQ promo.
Yeah.
But RPTQ promo is not bad. We just played Jitte, right? Jitte is just like game ending. Okay, I really want a blue source for this footpad. Yeah.
Especially if they tap out.
Oh, especially if they tap out. Because footpad makes the world better.
They're not going to tap out.
Oh, we'll get close.
Yeah.
Yeah, furthest away from playing that.
Yep. More fun, but it's not fun if you don't get to play it.
Oh, attack for 2. Oh! Draw a blue land. Draw a blue land. A blue mana source. A Chrome Mox would do it. Yesterday's baguette isn't so good anymore. Oh yeah, I forgot he's French.
Oh. Do we City Traders goes. This is where Smuggler's Copter is bad.
Yeah, this is the time where Smuggler's Copter is not the card you want. Apparently. As soon as I get a blue land, though.
We would have been all right if that had been blue. He would have been down a permanent.
I mean, he can
Wasteland
still
next turn.
tap out again.
We'd have something to equip. Now we draw blue land and a phantasmal image in the same turn. Ready? It's going to happen, guys. True name nemesis that are attacking for 5 are good.
True name nemesis that are attacking for 5 are very good, yeah.
Haha! Got him! Take that! Alright, so do we bring back in Warping Whale?
So I think Warping, let's rethink our plan here. What are we doing most? What do we need to do?
He's got a lot of 1-drops between Birds of Paradise and...
I think Chalice one was good. Good turn 10 Chalice. I think Trinisphere is probably one of our weaker ones. Let's pull our snaps because they're not going to be actively used against him. Warping Whale will be. I actually kind of like this. Let's leave the Trinisphere and just kind of deal with...
On the play, it's better.
On the play, it's much better.
It has a phantasmal image, and it can't lose.
Hand's great. Their hand's mediocre.
It's pretty good.
Hand's passable.
It doesn't have a chalice on one, so it obviously can't be great.
Obviously incorrect. We do have a hostage taker next turn if we get a soul land.
Yeah.
Or we can just cast a phantasmal image on whatever they play. Get a birds.
Both things are good.
Both are good.
So, wow, they're playing birds, hierarchs, and death rights.
Yeah, death right's fine. Or I just
we don't wasteland when into their death right shaman. I don't think it stops their turn 2 play, but
stops a turn in nemesis.
We kind of like a turn in nemesis, though, don't we? If they put one down, aren't we ahead again?
So I'm gonna play. Yeah, Smuggler's Copter. If they put down a turn in nemesis, we're probably just ahead because we got a phantasmal image. I said that before Death Right Shaman.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We know.
Usually, if you see somebody wasteland your opponent and they have a death right out, they're losing. That's usually the losing play.
Wastelanding with a Death Right Shaman in play is card disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly.
If that was my play, though, I would have forced the Death Right Shaman and then played my Wasteland.
Yeah, you didn't have Wastelanded. No,
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I drew the Smuggler's Copter.
Yep. And that's an okay play.
If I draw a land, I still have a hostage taker next turn.
And I kind of like. Normally, I would force the death right, I think, but when we have a phantasmal image in hand, I kind of like letting them play their 3-drop.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah, doesn't put us in a terrible position.
Or their 1-drop.
You have a 1-drop.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir or madam.
Obviously, this Pirates deck should be playing Pyroclasm.
Obviously. Obviously, it should be playing Pyroclasm. I mean, I can Phantasmal Image their Death Right Shaman to have Smuggler's Copter active.
He would have played a 3-drop there, right?
If he had it.
And we still can force whatever 3-drop he plays.
Truth. Truth facts.
And then we're closer to hostage taking once we start smuggling a little bit.
And, I mean, Death Right Shaman is the greatest 1-mana planeswalker. Okay.
Just let's get rid of that land. Let's get that out of here.
I feel like they've got a Fatal Push.
There it is. Do we?
I have to sacrifice it anyways.
Oh, it's not targeting your copter. Interesting.
Apparently, it's much better to target my 2-mana Death Right Shaman than my copter. Maybe their source of plot sharing's that, except they should have done the opposite way. You can brainstorm.
You got me.
Okay. Yeah, let's draw a card. Which one do I want more?
Right now, Snapcaster doesn't do much.
Yep. Probably rather have the Siren's Ruse. Instead of paying 4 for a Siren's Ruse, I can pay 2. And that is not a land.
No.
It is not a land.
What a jerk deck to not give us lands.
Jerk move. Keep it to crew. That's a thing that is a thing.
The Snapcaster could have crewed.
It could have crewed things.
It would have done something there.
Yeah, that's actually, it's a way that we play Magic.
Force the Stoneforge? See, I was thinking it's more fun to pitch a Siren's Ruse to Force of Will than it is a Snapcaster.
I agree.
Except we could have just pitched a Hostage Taker.
I agree with you. I would rather have the Hostage Taker for some reason or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because we're going to draw a land. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Then we get to play Pirates.
Then we get to play Pirates. What are they going to play for 3 mana?
Yeah. What are you doing here, friend?
Okay, and green, and they get a Leovold. Yep, told you.
Neat.
Knew it. Called it.
Ready, land.
Land. Yes! We did it.
Oh, we have the Chrome Mox too.
Thus is life.
Yep. Imperfect draw.
Almost perfect draw. Blue, black, Hostage Taker. Guess which one we take?
The one of the humans.
Definitely that Leovold.
The elves. One of the elves.
One of the elves.
Okay. Oh. The draw streak continues. Hey, Wes.
Is it worth it to loot here? I am a pirate.
Then obviously, the answer is yes.
Can we play Depths next? Probably. I'm such a pirate. I'm a pirate.
Haha.
Yep,
Didn't want
doesn't
that
matter.
anyway.
Doesn't matter at this point. Okay.
He's already used Fatal Push. Are we going to get a chance to play Leovold?
Yeah, so I probably just hold on to my Wasteland. I don't want to give his Deathrite Shaman extra fodder.
No. That doesn't help.
Swords to Plowshares would be bad for us. Well, he could still Fatal Push us with this now. Trunam Nemesis. Nope. 4 mana. Garruk Relentless. That is actually really bad for my Hostage Taker.
That'll work.
Yeah. I wish I had a Siren's Ruse for some
That was
reason.
on time.
That's a very good card to have right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Not what I was expecting.
Might as well.
Take the 2.
The Stoneblade deck is really deep in the green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is all of the greens.
It's more like Bant Stoneblade featuring black. Can you play both that Garruk or Chandra of the Broken? What do you play? Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea what you play if those are your options. Real questions. Werewolf Stompy. I mean, we're at Wolf Stompy right now.
So this is definitely a downside of this deck, right? Because once you've gotten behind like this, it's really hard to come back.
Oh, it absolutely. Absolutely. And even Propaganda doesn't get me back into it here. Drawing my Chromoxes. Drawing my Chromoxes and Soul Lands, it's probably what I'm going to do for the rest of the game. Because that's just what happens.
Yeah.
And that's when the deck feels really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just play land.
Because you're trying to win in the first 4 turns, right?
Basically you want to lock them out of the game.
Yeah.
Who's doing? My opponent's doing Brewing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They probably opened to Garruk Relentless in their Innistrad draft, and they really wanted to do it. Opponent's deck is not bad.
There's some fun stuff going on. It loses to turn 1 Chalice. That's we learned.
I mean, we still have a game 3. No, this is game 3.
This is game 3. Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot what game we were on. We've already lost game 3. He probably does run Natural Order. Grandson Zenith.
There's not enough room in the deck, actually. He's taking up so many slots with mana dorks. I don't think there's enough room.
There's like 12 mana dorks.
Yeah.
There's probably not 12, but there's a lot of mana dorks.
Yep.
My opponent has to overrun me next turn, otherwise it's just play another Wasteland and pass back.
He got us.
I think so. I think it's over.
Let's ultimate this Garuk. Let's see it happen. Well,
okay. And Garruk the Veil.
we're all excited. We're ready. Do it. Make it happen.
Look how good Craterhoof would be. I mean, Craterhoof would be stellar.
Hey, he did the thing.
But he basically just did a Craterhoof as is, right? Let's see. It gives them all +1/+1 in trample. Yeah. And trample. Well, the 3/2 Dream is still alive, everyone.
Maybe more than just one Noble Hierarch.
Nope. They're attacking for 2. That's what they're all about.
I'm going to overrun my creatures and kill you with my Death Red Shaman.
They put me to 1. Craterhoof. I'm going to show him.
Yeah.
Hostage Taker. Winmore is a style. He's so mean. Yeah. Okay, Leovold, you can draw a card.
You should have hostage taken the Hierarch that attacked you.
No.
Because that's the one that dealt damage.
We're going to cast my Leovold.
Oh.
But I'm going to die.
Perfect. You have to actively pick which colorless cards. Oh my goodness.
What the?
This is silly steps. That's silliness. You use 3 colorless, but which colorless mana do you want it to be?
What color do you want your colorless mana to be? I'm like, all of it.
Okay, so far we've won.
Should have taken Deathright. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My opponent wins anyways. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Should have taken.
I was dead.
See that?
That was for the lulz.
We have a win, and it had. I mean, Chalice is okay.
It
was a pirate Chalice.
It had nothing to do with Chalice. Yeah,
Right.
Chalice was not the reason we won game 1. Totally was.
Yeah.
Send a message. Well, I need to Chalice on 1 better. I have learned this thing about myself that Chalice on 1 is. I just need to Chalice on 1 better.
Mold a Chalice.
Yeah, mold a Chalice.
With a Soul Land.
You wanted him to attack. Oh, okay. I understand, Kesey. But you can't always get what you want.
See, but he could have responded with a Death Right.
Yeah, he could have responded with a Death Right.
He could have still won.
Yeah, it's not necessarily true that I end up winning on my, or he ends up winning on his turn. He could do what he wants to do. All right, everyone.
Need more candy. More sugar.
I'm supposed to. So I promised my wife in November that I would get off sweets.
Oh, I should move all the sugar
I'm
and
not gonna
candy.
eat it anyways. But no more sodas, no more desserts, no more candies. Bryce is being the instigator of my terrible
Well,
habits.
it's the day after Halloween.
It is, and I had plenty of candy yesterday, and now I'm over it. Don't know if that's the case, but my breakfast today was a water and a protein shake, and that was it. I'm back to what I used to do in high school. But I'm headed out to. I am less than 24 hours away from flying to Minnesota.
Yeah, we talked about that. Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Good.
Oh, jeez.
Where you get to play Netrunner.
I get to play Netrunner, which is another Richard Garfield creation, and I get to play Legend of the Five Rings. Yeah. I've been invited to Worlds for both of those.
That's fantastic.
Now, getting invited to Worlds for those is not nearly as prestigious as getting invited to Worlds for Magic.
You're right.
I mean, I'm in the. I'm in the 25% of the players of those games that was lucky enough to get the invitation. I didn't have to win a tournament to make it.
Right.
But if I do win either of these tournaments, if I win Netrunner, I'm immortalized in both of my decks.
Okay.
Will be done in all 4 full arts and sold by FFG.
Cool.
So I'll have my likeness in decks, and I'll own copies, and I can sign them, and hang them up and do that whole thing.
Sweet.
Arrgh!
That's a pretty good reward.
You might just find. Oh man. So yeah, no, that's actually pretty cool. Like flying out to Minnesota in the winter to do all that is not great, but and then for L5R, I believe you get a likeness on a card.
Cool.
I can't remember what the price is.
With a pirate hat?
I will do it with a pirate hat. Might as well just take this. Be the pirate of the room. I mean, I'm playing Geist, so it's kind of called shots at this point, but I'm playing Geist as my runner.
Okay.
And so the thing about Geist compared to all the other runners in Netrunner, so Netrunner is an asymmetrical card game where you've got a runner and you've got a corporation. And the runner is basically you're the aggro deck.
Okay.
And the corporation is basically the control deck. Or, there's combo.
And you have to have one or the other.
You play both.
Oh.
So you bring both decks. Sure. My runner is Geist. The thing that Geist has over your Matey Kyer is not going to be in until later this afternoon. But he was streaming last night. I don't know why he's not here. So he's Tuesday, Thursdays now. We've kind of locked it down. And while Bryce is bored with the housing design and stuff, we've got Chalice. We've got everything we could ever want.
Poor Kyer replacement is what I'll be.
A poor Kyer replacement. But so Geist, compared to all the other runners, has the best free econ and card advantage. So my resource advantage with that deck is so good, it's just going to be kind of slow to start up. Now the Corp deck I'm taking, instead of being like a control, full lockdown prison style, I am taking a he be the true pirate. I'm pretty sure I'm the true pirate because I'm the one that played this deck. But it's a combo deck. So what it is I'm trying to fast advance. And once I get it rolling, the deck's unbeatable. But there is a very, very active hate card that my opponents have that I can't get past. And it's time to draw a blue source and kill this endless one.
Do you know what the one deck that doesn't care about Chalice on one is?
Yeah,
the one deck. Yep.
The one that I'm playing against right now.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. So my line here with Smuggler's Copter is I'm going to Warping Whale for the 1/1.
Okay.
And block his Endless one.
And there's some matter reshaping going on.
Yep, he's got 2 free matter reshapers.
This feels almost as amazingly sneaky as you Noxious Revivaling back Caracas to take care of a 2020 Indestructible on turn 2.
I've definitely never done that before. What are you talking about? I'm going to drop my Ancient Tomb.
Just obviously a game-winning line. Oh my gosh. So another smallish downside to this deck?
I probably should have attacked with this thing first and discarded that Ancient Tomb.
Yeah, you didn't really want that.
Yeah, mistakes were made. Let's just say that.
But you didn't draw an island, so it's okay.
Doesn't matter.
Because if you'd drawn an island, that would have sucked.
That would have sucked really bad.
It still works. This still is possible to work. Guys, tap the factory. Yep, there we go.
Not a problem.
Because if we make him sacrifice his reshapers, it's not like he gets a card.
Yeah, whatever. He doesn't get any value. Well, we know at least one card that we're sideboarding out.
But Chalice is like the only way we win, so...
No, Propaganda is the big way we win.
That's why they're there.
So all those cards are coming in. What else is bad against him? Let's see. Just casual 5/5 tramp or whatever. Cap.
Yeah. Warping Well can come out, right? It's not going to do it. There's no sorceries to counter. There's.
It only makes 1/1s. Yeah.
exiles small creatures that he doesn't have. They're 60.
I can bring in Jitte. Hostage Taker's really good. Notion Thief isn't great. Jitte's better than Notion Thief is.
Yeah. Optimal
build.
Perfect.
We're so good at that.
At
creating the optimal build from decks that
are completely suboptimal.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
We might be fine at it. We've definitely been. I've played this deck in more than one league. I have City into Crucible. Sure. So we do City into Smuggler's Copter. Play the Island, Crucible Worlds. Pull the City of Traders back.
Or City Copter, then Trophy Mage.
City Copter, Trophy Mage.
Crew.
Activate.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on what we draw, but this hand's fine. Optimal doesn't go in the same sentence. Yeah. We definitely, we know that.
There is an optimal build for what you have, right? Just because, like, you can play a really bad deck and have the optimal sideboard for it.
It's true. Okay, 3 mana.
I guess, right?
Matter Shaper. Okay, that's a fine start for my opponent. If we get another Soul Land...
How about a Wasteland right here?
I'm not super excited about a Wasteland.
Oh, I was excited.
I just think Crucible Worlds is better.
Yep.
I need to actually play my land first. But getting a Wasteland with a Crucible Worlds is pretty fine. It's pretty fly for a white guy.
Yeah, no, it would be great. Thought-outs here?
Well, that's a way to go about.
Take your choice. What do you want? What's it going to be?
Probably if he's smart, it's a Trophy Mage. I mean, he might take the Sword of Fire and Ice, but
with his deep and knowledgeable understanding of exactly how Pirate Stompy likes to play.
I mean, he picked the correct option. Let's get a Brigand. Cutpurse.
Look at these great cards this deck plays.
Oh, yeah.
They're fabulous.
They're good Magic cards. Sword of Fire and Ice.
This is like the 5th time we've had Copter and nothing to crew it.
Copter, Sword of Fire and Ice, nothing to crew it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
exactly.
this week.
That's exactly what I meant.
Yep, absolutely. Our opponent is so good. They know everything about us. Not the Jitte. Yep, you have an endless one for that amount of mana.
Endless.
It's just endless, yep.
Never doesn't end.
Never doesn't end. Always isn't done.
Yep.
Never.
Hey, we got to do the thing.
It's playable.
We can't cast it. Oh, yeah, we can.
Oh, it's totally castable.
Aha.
I mean, how many creatures do we have? I don't remember.
There's
there are creatures in this deck.
10? 11? 4 of each pirate, and 3 Hostage Taker, and 1 Notion Thief. Yeah.
I have a hard time running 2 Copters with 18 creatures. You might not have enough.
Look at that, opponent. What are you going to do? It's not like you have things you can sacrifice to gain you value. Oh, is the footpad sack a land? Or is it permanent?
Permanent.
Yeah. I think I would have taken the Reshaper there, but okay.
If I were them, I probably would have dropped the Reshaper too. Because they're attacking for many much Moosin. They just need to attack. Cards.
I guess that's why. It's because this is lethal.
I mean, it was lethal either way. No, it wasn't. They needed to have the creature.
Yep.
Sending a message.
You could have crewed, and there. Yeah. So we already knew that Eldrazi was like the worst matchup.
It's gotten better since we...
Propaganda is a sideboard card, but it's not like a perfect sideboard card.
No, it's not. Yeah, let's drop and play something worth playing.
Okay.
We got that out of our systems. We got the thing out of our systems, and now we are playing Turbo Depths, I think is what was asked for. And I told Paul that he could request a deck that I played today. So update the information. We're going to get rid of that Pirates, and we are playing Legacy. Right now, we are... Good job, you learned. You're not wrong. Playing a league match.
Let's do it.
The turboest of depths. Remember how many times we didn't go turbo?
Mm-hmm. All of the times?
On Monday?
Yeah.
I don't know if this pirate hat is what I should be wearing anymore.
Do we have a Turbo Depths hat? Like a 2020 indestructible hat? That'd be a Halloween costume.
2020. Merit Lage! Yeah!
That creepy monster.
You know what I should build is Reanimator Depths.
That'd be fun.
That is actually a lot of fun.
There's some actual choices to be made.
We're at Patty B. I need your Reanimator Depths list. Patty B, I'm calling you from the depths of the internet. Give me your Reanimator list.
Somehow I don't think he's listening right now.
Somehow I don't think he's listening right now either.
No.
Also, there was a thing that I wanted to change. Turn off the message hiding for this so that everyone can continue to see the message. I think that actually looks better.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You know, I actually really enjoyed Reanimator Depths. It's not...
Yeah, we're not in the... we could play Delver if we wanted to play good things.
How many great decks have I played? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I play, my main deck is Food Chain. We are playing Turbo Depths currently. We're 100% on Turbo Depths. This doesn't... Oh, I can view deck right here. View deck. Everyone, here is the deck we are playing. We're going to make the sideboard a little bit bigger. I'm very bad with this deck. I mean, we went 3-2, so I'm not that bad at this deck.
And I'm... Between the two of us, we're almost good.
Between the two of us, we're almost good.
Yeah.
Have I seen that Show and Storm deck? Send me a link, Paul. Send me a link to the Show and Storm deck. I don't think I've seen it. Food Chains, Pirates, whatever is better than those two.
So, yeah.
I mean, Parfait. Probably not better than those two.
I think Food Chain... Well, it might be better than Pirates.
Honestly, Food Chain has won tournaments this year.
Absolutely.
It has top-8'd relatively consistently.
And it has a plan A and a very successful plan B.
It's got all the things, right?
Yeah.
It's good against Delver. It's good against a lot of the big matchups. The thing is it's gotten worse against blue-white control, which is weird. It's so weird.
It was good against Miracles back once upon a
time. Miracles was one of my favorite matchups. It's just weird how bad it got. And then Admiral Thunder.
Okay, everybody has to totally take their mind and just shift it completely from we were playing Pirates, now we're not. This is keep. We probe, we therapy.
Yep. We probe therapy and then kind of decide where.
And then we win after that.
Where if we see a... I mean, we could even therapy and have a turn 1 Dark Depths.
Yeah.
Or turn 2 Dark Depths.
Right.
But probe therapy is usually just a great start to any game. We're going to keep this. My opponent's going first. They're going to chalice on 1. And I'm going to feel really bad. My opponent's on Pirate stuff.
I know.
I mean, they're Admiral Thunder, so...
Right. Must be.
They could be bringing the thunder.
Ooh,
the rain
going down
and
to
the
5.
thunder.
If you go down to 5 and then you get therapied,
yo,
you probably lose.
Oh, yeah. They're at 6. They're deciding whether to go down to 5.
Turbo Depths is favored against the Delver decks. Game 1, particularly. I'm not sure so much Game 2. Post sideboard. I will click the button.
Sorry, I've got a couple things.
Elves. That's okay.
Huh. Well, I would love a Chalice on one right now. No.
We can probe and duress. Wow. I'm gonna look at their hand.
Yeah, let's do that thing.
I'm gonna
Pay the life. Click your face.
On my face? That's how I do it?
Yeah, you click your
awkward.
face. That's how you do it.
The one thing that it doesn't give you a...
Most combo are not favored against Delver. They are the reason combo stays down. It's true. My opponent's like, I'm playing against Storm. No. Definitely not playing Storm right now. I get rid of Heritage Druid.
Okay.
Duress is not good because Birchlord Rangers. But that hand is not spectacular for him.
Yeah, they mulled to 5.
That's a Vampire Hexmage.
So we can...
I can Living Wish for my Dark Depths and just like have it. Let's see. Okay. So I play my Urborg. I can Elvish Spirit Guide plus Lotus Petal for Living Wish to get my Dark Depths. Play my Vampire Hexmage next turn. Still Cabal Therapy here and get rid of the Heritage Druid. Is it worth it to get rid of the Heritage Druid?
I don't think it matters, right?
I
think we save our mana for the Hexmage next turn. So yeah, get Living Wish for Dark Depths and win next turn.
I mean, if my opponent gets a Glimpse of Nature next turn, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Dark Depths.
But we have no way to play Hexmage if we use the Lotus Petal here.
Oh no, we do.
Oh,
Dark
okay.
Depths, yeah.
Then yeah, Lotus Petal Therapy. Yep.
They just have to not have a Wasteland somehow. Let's see. If we're just talking about other fun decks to put up okay results, I would want to watch Metalworker. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think Storm is even against Delver unless it's blue-red. We might want to build blue-red Delver and like just go for the total aggro plan.
Yeah, that's fun.
Because counterburn Heritage Druid. That's the right card, right? Okay, good. Because counterburn is like an actively good deck, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's been good since the beginning of Magic, the dawn of time. Do we ever plan to stream Modern? I mean, Wes, you ask that all the time, and I don't plan to stream Modern. I know Kyra has talked about it, so we might intersperse it. But none of us have really like decided to champion Modern as the format that we're after. That's funny. What if Foothills? I mean, I just do this. Vampire Hexmage. And do I make the 2020 now? Like, when do I make the 2020?
Just at the end of their turn.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, you got a land. Got a 1/1.
We could Hexmage, make a 2020, and then flashback Cabal Therapy, sacking the 2020 just to send a message.
We could do that thing.
All right, they've got a creature in hand, right?
We know they have...
Oh.
Well, they're double glimpsing. They'll get 2 green mana here. They can return a forest. They played the Gaia's Cradle for a turn. They have 3 mana. We'll see. We'll see if this Birchlord Rangers can get them there. I can get them up to 4 mana. Drawing 2 cards is not terrible. But if it's like 2 Gaia's Cradles, like that's good. Or if it's like Crater of Behemoths and something else. Yep, Visionary is good. You get to draw 3 more cards. This could be them just like going off. But they have to be able to like go off this turn.
Yeah, Glimpses.
Glimpse is good.
They can tap to add.
They can get up to 2
1
mana
more green,
now.
right?
Yeah.
So they're going to draw a bunch of cards and they'll lose next turn.
I guess. Wired Symbiote.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they can return. So it depends on what they have at this point, right? They've got 2 more mana. Yeah.
They need a Heritage Druid, really. So taking the Druid was pretty strong.
Yeah, we chose wisely. They don't have another forest to return. I mean, they can return their Dryad Arbor, but that's the one they want to untap. Got 1 more mana. Okay, I guess they're returning that. I can't play another land. Tap these 2. 2 more mana.
Wouldn't it have been fantastic if Therapy had taken double Glimpse instead?
Oh, my goodness.
Mull to 5, take 2 cards. Yeah, I think Els is gonna
Modern is pretty good. Wirewood Symbiote is not a bad card. I mean, it allows them to draw more. They're just trying to find that Heritage Druid. Once they find it, like, they're in a really good place.
Wes, I think the argument there is that there's quite a bit of modern content online, and there's not a huge amount of legacy content.
Yeah. I mean, we might. I mean, it's probably just a thing that's good for us to stream. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They don't have another forest. We can tap the 2 Quirion Rangers for one more thing. Let's see.
He's just gonna keep going. He's just gonna keep drawing cards and eventually run out here.
There's Heritage Druid.
Okay.
But he doesn't have elves to tap with it.
Oh, that's the end.
A little, too late.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Ratchet Bombs.
Okay.
Inquisition's really good. Duress is probably my weakest.
Yeah, the only thing it takes is Glimpse of Nature, right?
Abrupt Chaos should come in.
And
Glimpse Natural Order, and
oh yeah, so
it also takes his. It's got good counterplay to what he's got. Pitting Needle stops Deathrite Shaman.
We don't really need main deck Safekeeper, do we?
No. But we don't need Pitting Needle. We need Pitting Needle less.
Doesn't Needle shut down Symbiote?
It does shut down Symbiote.
What about Library? Sylvan Library is not as good in versus
We're just trying to go faster.
Yeah.
It's good to play everything as well as get more followers. You're not wrong. You are not wrong about that. I mean, we're not going to play Pauper. We're not going to play Commander online. We might play Paper Commander at some point.
And on Thursdays, if Modern picks up in store, then we'll be streaming it on Thursdays, right?
They couldn't untap Dryad Arbor enough. They could only untap it that one time because then they didn't have another forest. But they definitely untapped the Dryad Arbor. Yeah. They untapped it when they needed to, or when they could. I wish more than anything, more than life. We can just Ghost Core to the Dryad Arbor now.
With Thoughtseize?
I think we just Thoughtseize. Yeah, and we just kind of determine where we go from here.
Glimpse? Yeah. Go ahead and make that a little bit bigger, this window. There we go.
Iron's probably pretty valid. Modern saturated content. I think you just want to see a Brewer's Corner for Modern. I don't think there's a ton of that.
Yes.
I don't think there is a ton of that. I mean, Saffron Olive is like the guy for that. 2 more times with Wirewood.
They're going to Thoughtseize. Oh, no, they won't be... Yeah, they'll be able to Thoughtseize us, huh?
I don't think I care about their Thoughtseize. It's either Glimpse or Heritage. Probably Glimpse. Like, yep. That's their engine.
Yep. This way it actually writes it down in chat as opposed to the when we Cataxian Probe and it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly.
Can actually look at what's going on.
Right.
Now they're going to play... Stop calling me. There are people, that's the weirdest thing, there are people that have my personal number. I get so many calls on my personal number now, I just switched it.
Okay.
So, like, no businesses have my thing, but I get all these random calls, and I'm just like, well, I'm not answering it.
Right.
You don't know me. You don't know that I've switched this. Like, there are 8 people right now that know my personal number. So, it's just super funny. Saffron is fun to watch. Yeah. Having a third of Saffron's viewers would make me happy.
Or a lower percentage as well.
You know, a percentage of his viewers would be good. Okay, well.
Can't Thoughtseize. All right, so we have... we're pretty close to...
I mean, the correct play is... Pithing Needle, Wirewood Symbiote, Ghost Quarter as guys. Right?
Yeah. Even though we could go for Living Wish and then next turn have
Like the Thespian Sage thing.
It's not quite enough still, huh?
No, we're not quite there.
Yeah.
We have to respond to his game plan now. Wirewood Symbiote. Okay. Destroy your Gaia's Cradle. We're going to take off a lot of your mana production. We know that...
They don't play a basic swamp, do they?
I hope they don't. Pretty sure it's going to be a basic forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus...
So they still don't have Thoughtseize, and that's the only other card we know of theirs.
Yeah.
Swing.
Attacks for 3.
Attacks for 4. He's coming all in. He's all about that life.
Now we Living Wish, right?
What are we grabbing?
Just a Dark Depths.
And just grab the Thespian Sage. Off the crop rotation.
Much more brilliant. There is the Excavator, right? But that's not.
Rex Sage isn't great. Macabre isn't great. I mean, Excavator blocks all their stuff really well. And then I can, like, Ghost Quarter them out of the game.
Right.
That might be correct. Let's see. Caracas doesn't help us a ton. We're not, like, we don't just win with Dark Depths, and we have the crop rotation and another Living Wish.
The Excavator's a little slower, though, because you can play it next turn, but you can't play the Ghost Quarter, right?
I play next turn, but then I have blockers. And my opponent...
I think it makes sense to just go for depths here.
Let's see. So what's the worst case scenario for if my opponent has it? Like, they could just natural order next turn and win.
Right.
I think depths is my strongest out because I'm 2 turns away from depths. And I'm realistically 2 turns away from Ramenet being good.
Yeah.
And depths is just a stronger card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I would like. There are several streamers that I would like to have a portion of their viewing audience. That it's just like if we had the same viewing audience that they had, it would make it really good. And so maybe that's a portion of it is sorry, everyone. A portion of that is expanding our content, upgrading our content. Like, you know, we have a lot of great things, but I'm hoping with the 24-hour Legacy Symposium, I've locked down a couple of names in the pro world. I've got a couple of big streamers who are coming. I know that Arjorg and HC Fox are planning to make it happen. You know, we can try and get QC down here somehow. And I'm talking with some other people that are planning to be at Santa Clara anyways and are just making an extra stop here.
Cool.
So, like, I mean, New Year's in Utah is not terrible. Like, going out and skiing and stuff is something, like, very valid. Going out and having fun in Utah. There's plenty of stuff to do in the winter here.
Absolutely.
And I mean, while our alcohol here isn't as good, for the people that are into that, there's decent local breweries. I'm taking my own Thoughtseize. Interesting. Ramanap is bad against Quirion Ranger. Correct. Mm-hmm. If you weren't in East Coast Canada, maybe. It is pretty far for you.
I don't think we probe. We just run out depths and Living Wish. Right?
I think that's the option. I think that's the best way. Use the ability. Get a Thespian Stage.
This is about as slow as Turbo Depths gets, but...
Don't probe here, yeah. Yep, I'm definitely not probing here.
If elves drew nothing, we're gonna get there, guys.
Yeah, we only have a couple more activations we need to make.
We're both these like fast combo decks, and neither of us are actually doing anything.
Neither of us are actually getting there.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, you have another Dryad Arbor. Congratulations. You have a Glimpse of Nature. Congratulations. And Two-handed Wirewood Symbiote, yeah. You got that.
You don't have enough elves. Again, in the same boat as last time. No mana. Oh.
Well, that's annoying.
Okay. Now you have it.
Okay. Okay.
As long as every card you draw is live, you're there. You get to return elves too, right? So.
No, return forest. The Wirewood Symbiotes are off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we turned off a big piece of their combo. Well, there's a natural order.
Think that's going to do it.
What a game.
Let's see. Let's see how this math works out.
Well, I mean, we're blocking the Crater Hoof to send a message.
Yeah. Is there anything we can crop rotate for before this attack? No, there's not. Is there?
I don't have Glacial Chasm in my deck.
Yeah.
Choose the Dark Depths to keep.
Maybe you have a 13-13 trample, but come on.
I got a 20-20.
Ah.
Yeah, that's all that really matters.
Well done.
My win con blocks your win con.
Well done. We were really slow.
I'm not a math expert, but I think he gets there.
I'm not a mathematician, but 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 is more than 6.
Yeah, I think we just run it back.
Yeah. So many of our plays go way faster than that.
So many. Yeah. Having double Living Wish crop rotation. It's like, okay, I can get there.
Yeah.
There were a couple draws that weren't as great for us, but
one more fast mana.
I mean, and the thing is Vampire Hexmage is just good against him. Being on the play is really good here. That's also this is a really good start.
Yeah, we get a probe therapy and and 2 ratchet bombs. Okay,
whatever.
I like all this. We'll keep it.
Yeah, we're keeping that. Oh man.
Probe and therapy just feels unfair.
Probe and we're definitely gonna play. Or we're gonna get ratchet on turn 2, unless we can. If our probe gives us a Lotus Petal or something, we're definitely ratchet bombing just right away.
Yeah.
Saying lol. Glimpse crop rotation, Metal Sentinel. We're gonna snip that just so I have it. Okay, everybody.
We still just take Glimpse, yeah.
Is it Glimpse or is it Metal Sentinel? Let's see. Because their turn 1 play is either Dryad Arbor.
Mm-hmm. It's still Glimpse.
It's still Glimpse.
Yeah. Because the ratchet bombs can take care of the elves. The Nettle Sentinels and whatever else comes at us for the next bit, but
I mean, I can just ratchet bomb his Dryad Arbor.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's a land, so you can't.
Oh, is it?
It's
non-land permanent.
Yeah.
Got it.
But you can, if you Sentinels and something else. The ratchet bomb is better by being disguised here. Yeah. Okay. Or we just win.
Or we just top deck the exact card we need.
It doesn't matter.
You thought I was joking about what? Ratchet on 1? I was not. I never joke.
Oh.
Grim Monolith.
Welcome back.
And a Force of Will.
Be right back, Brett.
Okay.
Thanks, Paul.
Vampire Hexmage. My opponent's like, that's cool. Yep, it is. What can you do? Maybe I should have done it on my turn because of the crop rotation, like if they have a Wasteland or something. Some really good players at my store were saying Elves is a really good deck. I mean, Julian Nab is like 12 undefeated trophies with Elves. Well, I guess he's also been playing Grixis Delver. So, for that crop rotation, but we should have played around it. You're right. There's always the possibility. I get a 20/20. We should have played around the wasteland off of a crop rotation just in case they have the random. Or they could have a Caracas here.
Oh, is that a thing that Elves has?
Potentially. Yep, they have a Caracas. But they would have had it either way.
Yep.
A ratchet bomb. That bomb is so ratchet.
So I guess we could have held off on going for it, right? We could have had Hex Mage and Depths out and waited for a point where they can't crop rotate.
Yeah, I guess.
And then if they got into a spot where they needed to use Elf Mana or something, we would have had Ratchet Bomb to take it out and then go for the combo.
Yeah.
Knowing that they had crop rotate in hand, that would have been safer.
Potentially. Well, I mean, then it's just really... Elves is really... Elves does require a really good pilot. It's not... The lines aren't always super apparent. I mean, I'm a crop rotation or an Into the North away from winning again, so...
Yeah.
Well, I've got to beat a Caracas, I guess. I need a Wasteland. Do I play Wastelands? I play Ghost Quarters. Okay.
And there's one that you can Living Wish for, I think. Probably should look that up before we try and do it, though.
There is a Ghost Quarter I can Living Wish for. You have quarters, so you can Needle Wasteland. Got it. Oh, that's also true. And I can Pithing Needle. I can Pithing Needle Caracas.
Works.
Does it make sense just to Ratchet Bomb that? And it doesn't. We're going to play our Bayou, I guess. Play another Ratchet Bomb.
Yep. We need one more thing. We can get Stage out, have crop rotation available, and to either go get the Ghost Quarter or the Dark Depths if that's what we need.
Mm-hmm. Safekeeper's out as well, yeah. Safekeeper isn't out.
So we can Living Wish for that. I think we took the main deck one out.
We did take the main deck one out.
But three Living Wishes or 4? 3.
Ooh, Gaia's Cradle.
Yeah, with 2 Ratchet Bombs, this doesn't feel quite as scary, does it?
Doesn't. But we can Living Wish and play a Sylvan Safekeeper in the same turn. Sure. Yeah. I think that their play is to just get a Craterhoof Behemoth into play. Maybe.
Do we kill their 2 guys now so they can't Craterhoof? It makes the
math worth. Yeah, I think we do.
We're not gonna not do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, they chose correctly to get rid of their Birchlore Ranger there.
Yeah.
The last card in their hand is a Craterhoof Behemoth. Their natural ordering. Get a Craterhoof Behemoth, everything gets +3/+3. So 4, 8, 15. No, 16. I think they have Exaxes. Do we have anything that handles this?
That we can rotate for?
Yeah.
Let's pull up the list there real quick. Look.
There's no Fog
There's
land.
not a Maze of Ith.
Nope, that's wrong. Turbo Depths. Dark Depths. Cherry Step. No Maze of Ith. Here for quarter to kill creature with
Oh, Ghost Quarter to take out the Dread Arbor?
Yeah, so it's not lethal. I can still do it now. Yep. Crop Potato Bayou out. Get a Ghost Quarter. Straight target land. +2. Hitting for 10.
Whoops. Don't think that's going to matter, but...
I mean, it'd be at 1 versus 2. Yeah. Or 1 versus 0.
Oh,
no,
so it did matter.
That would have been at 2 just now. It wouldn't have done it.
Right.
Okay.
So we're on a winning streak is what we are on right here, guys.
Yep, our
current record is 0-0.
0-4.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't matter until you start counting.
We're 0-1.
We're gonna start counting now.
Kill Arbor now quarter.
Yeah.
On the stack.
It was the thing to
Dot
do.
canvas. Yeah, we got that. We got there. We did that thing. How is everyone's day going so far? What's the bird in the word for everyone? Is this the list from the SCG Open that we were playing against? Or what? What are we talking about?
No.
What are we talking about, Patrick? This is the Turbo Depths list that we got from Fox.
Oh.
That we were supposed to switch into the North for expedition maps.
Well, maybe.
Or something. Just at work with too much to do. Oh, it's from Paul. No, the Turbo Depths is from Paul.
Yeah.
With Into the North. You think? Paul thinks. Okay, got it.
Lunch. You want another Subway sandwich?
I don't want Subway today.
It's really close though.
It so is. Makes it really easy.
Yep. It was supposed to be engineered explosives and not ratchet bombs. That makes sense.
Which is so ratchet.
Engineered explosives would have been better.
Against elves.
Yeah.
That's what they're for. David Long played a different version of the Open that was also pretty good. Send me that list. Send me the David Long Open list. This list hasn't been bad. And the ratchet bombs aren't terrible. See, also, when would you like me to come down for our Portland meeting? We'll be finishing up around 2.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be finishing up around 2, so around that time, Patrick. Oh, he's on YouTube. He's on the YouTubes.
That's weird.
That's what that heart's for. Yeah, Subway sandwich is fine.
We can make everybody envious of our Subways.
I don't even know what I want. What do they have their turkey cranberry thing again?
Probably.
That sounds good.
You want just a half of one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Banana peppers, grilled onions.
Grilled? You actually want them grilled this time?
Yes, please.
Still. Anything else?
That should be good. I'm going to keep this hand. I've got a Thoughtseize just to kind of see where we're at. Hexmage, I can Living Wish for my depths. Get my Hexmage out. Do all the things. Land on 1. Oh, Renee Randrup. Bayou. Thoughtseize. I could Elvish Spirit Guide into a Living Wish. Tiny URL. Turbo Depths with David Long. Okay, so 2 Safekeepers main, Bojuka Bog is main, only 1 Ghost Quarter. Let's see. Hero Break, 3 Dark Depths. Excuse me. Sylvan Crop, Into the North, Living Wish. I mean, it looks very similar to what we're playing. 2 Duress, no Hymn to Torok, No Cabal Therapy. Sorceress Spyglass in the main. I actually like that a lot. So it's actually significantly different than the one we're playing. There's quite a few changes, easy changes, but quite a few changes we'd have to make. 3 of those. Okay. Post the link. I stream there when I'm not connected to Wi-Fi because streaming there doesn't charge my mobile data. There you go. That's the way to do it. Interesting. Interesting that YouTube has the link locked down. I'll figure it out. Okay. David Long list is not terrible. He only took 40th place. In 40th place, David Long. Maybe we should run all the nets. My opponent is brainstorming for a long time. Did anyone else get that? Just like, woof, woof, woof. Thinking about Netrunner, thinking about my trip preparations, thinking about the couple of meetings I have today. Okay. What are we up against? I mean, we take Force of Will. Let's see. They're on 4-color. Don't we just take Force of Will? How important is the resolution of the next couple of spells? Do I have another Black Source? If I can use this Lotus Petal now. Chase the Mind Sculpture. Can I get around it? I mean, they have to have a blue card on top of their library for Force of Will to make sense for them. Jace the Mind Sculptor is dangerous. I'll cast my Lotus Petal and we'll pass it. Huh. Was that the right line, guys? Blue-black. Plays a Baleful Strix. You got it. Play a Living Wish. Do you love me? Are you playing your love games with me? I think this is pretty good, though. David Brought. Let's get the depths. I guess it's worth it to hold the Hex Mage. Yeah, we hold the Hex Mage. Yeah, the list he brought was different. Kind of want to. I guess I'm pretending to have crop rotation. You got a Leotard. Yep, you got a 1/1. Cast my depths. I'm not casting my depths. So we play our Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm playing this really weird. It's okay, guys. I love Spyglass. We should bring Tony in for depths. We should bring Tony in for depths. He knows this way better, but he also wants Into the North to be not the card that we're playing. Okay, force pitch that thing. Got it. So we Living Wish for a Thespian stage, and then win that way. Don't have Jace. Not targeting your stuff. Living Wish for Thespian Stage. You're 4-color with basics. That's slightly annoying. Yeah, swing for 4. Okay, yep, you got those things. Well, I still just draw a Living Wish, I guess. Rip. Scrying is so good. Pull out my Thespian Stage, play my Thespian Stage. Good night. Good luck. Swing for 1. Wish is so good. I know. Well, I mean, we have to kill a bunch of 1/1s. Let's see. Sorry. That's a text I should answer. Draw. Are you going to get another one? Do I have to get through 3 of them? I'll just magically top deck my Sajiri Step. Yep, I'm at 8. And we pass the turn back to them. Steal Resolve, yeah. The cards are good. Yep, you got a Brainstorm. A Sturm. Well, they don't play Wasteland, you're right. Oh, they didn't attack. Why not? Stifle. What if Renee Randrup had Stifle?
Did you win?
It's how I'm playing the game. My opponent is definitely spending mana.
Is this game 1?
What?
Is this game 1?
What?
Game 1 of our match?
Yeah. Where'd mine go?
It's hiding right in here.
Oh, did you only get...
Yeah.
You got half for both of us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Still that guy if you want it.
Mm.
Really?
Thank you.
Aw. You're at 8. But now you can't activate your stage. You're already activating.
Cool.
Oh. We're already doing a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Safekeeper's an unfair card. You can do it more than once.
Mm-hmm.
They had the cranberry, but not the carved turkey.
Okay.
But then they get a block a couple times.
They do. And that's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Some pile decks do play Wasteland. It's Renee Randrup. Be a land. There we go. Beautiful. It just gives me more shroud.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You made a block.
So if he's got another K command, he wins. So he really shouldn't have K command back when he did.
I think it was loose.
No, because you could block, huh? Never mind.
At one point, Psychotag was also known as Dr. Teeth.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
It was the most powerful creature ever printed. The inspiration for the grin. Joe Cool.
Not sure about the second part. Could be. Could be. I don't know. So now you block, right?
Isn't it like if he has... No, I don't block until next turn. Because he doesn't just kill me.
Yeah. You pounded that sandwich.
I eat pretty fast. It's bad.
Okay.
Brainstorm.
This is actually pretty close.
Yeah.
Strix is annoying.
I mean, a crop rotation, a Sajiri step, any of those.
Yeah.
Caracas is fine. Pile decks with Wasteland are super greedy, yeah. Pile decks with Wasteland and basics,
Yeah.
even greedier.
This might not be pile, from what I've seen. Oh, no, it is. Yeah.
No, it's definitely pile.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're on more of like basics than a different style of play.
And with him to Torox, man.
Oh, yeah.
This is pure greediness.
Greed. My opponent brainstorms for a long time. I think I sat here for like a literally like countable minute and a half while they brainstormed. Like you can see by the clock.
Yeah.
One of us is definitely more better at playing this than the other. That reminds me, I do need to get new.
On Earth.
That's a card.
Yeah. Get new what?
Health insurance. Open enrollment started today. Although I want to definitely not pay $700 a month like I am right now.
That's where I'm at. Ridiculous.
You have 4 kids and I have 1 kid.
I only have 3.
Their last 5-0 with the deck had 0 wastelands. Okay. Thank you, Dot Canvas, for your sleuthing skills.
I don't know if we win through 2 Strixes now. Unless we get
I need a step.
a card
I need crop rotation and
that
step.
wins it for us.
That's neither of the cards that I needed. I probably just block now. I block until I find a step. Or a crop rotation. Because I can't let this Leovold hit me again.
Yeah, give us some more turns. Win!
Ring a ding ding da ding ding da ding 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 a ding ding da ding. Why does Pile do so good in small tournaments but not in big ones? Which color do I choose, black or blue?
Blue. Royal
That is the
blue.
main reason I work for the Feds, health insurance with no premiums.
Yeah.
Ugh. Faded the Force. Yeah, apparently my opponent didn't have the force. We're going to say blue. You said blue? Okay, good. Swing for 20. Black. Or blue. Law school is not a cheap thing. I have friends that did that, and it wasn't cheap for them either.
In fact, if it is a cheap thing, you're probably not getting what you think you're getting. Here's your degree. Have fun.
From Trump University. Run it back. I don't like. I could bring in a Bark Decay, but run it back. Putrefaction. I do not have the deck set up there. Sorry, I'm bad at that. That is our deck list.
Oh,
it's right there.
You can see it.
It's in front of you.
This is sideboarding.
We're currently sideboarding. That is the deck. You can see the Verdant Catacombs at the bottom. There's a couple extra Verdant Catacombs. It's okay.
We didn't say it was great. You missed.
I did. I was going to crawl under this desk, and then I'm like, wait a second. Crawling under this desk is not the best option I have.
All right. Can we beat check pile? 4-color.
I don't know. They're
label.
still sideboarding. Renee Randrup apparently is not a very quick decision maker.
Or he's playing multiple leagues.
So, I studied game theory, right? My game theory professor wrote a paper on skill and complexity.
Okay.
And one of the biggest things about Magic is understanding that the skill and complexity paradigm, right? So if you think of chess, thanks for the follow, Putrefaction. If you follow chess, right, the higher skilled player is like 99% to win, as long as it's a skill difference of 100 elo or something. They will win every time.
Yeah.
They went to the least expensive top 40 law school. Yep. Yeah. I am currently in a relatively inexpensive master's program. It's still going to cost me about $25,000. It's like,
it's a good system. Make everybody
it
go
is
into
such
debt,
a racket. It's such a racket,
and then not pay anybody anything.
It's such a racket.
It's really smart.
Yeah. Higher education's a racket. Anyways, so that's how it works, and the reason is because like their elo represents their skill, and because of their higher skill, they're able to solve more and more complex levels of the problem. So instead of being 2 turns ahead, they're 15 turns ahead. Right? Things like that. And so in Magic, there's a very similar thing that happens where you come into these games, and it's not always that the higher skilled player wins, but the skill breakdown, the dichotomy of the breakdown, I'm keeping this in. The breakdown is that they are able to make their decisions more quickly.
Yeah.
And thus have more computing power for the harder decisions. So the higher level of skill you have in Magic, the fewer high-level interactions and decision trees you have to go down every time because you just know the path. You've been there so many times. And so the way to develop the higher levels of skill in Magic is playing more games and seeing more different lines. So if you play Burn and you see the same lines over and over and over again and you never change the way you play, you're never getting better at the game. Right. And it's the same thing. If you play the same way every time and you're not actively like learning how to get better at your deck, you'll you just stagnate. There's just no way to be in the lead.
Do we take him or
I can take both. I mean, I can play this Lotus Petal and hit that. I can Pithing Needle the Polluted Delta just to be funny. It's probably not the best Pithing Needle name, but it stops their Hymn to Torok.
It does.
What is Pithing?
Unless they draw any of 9 other cards in their deck.
Yeah. So I probably take the Pithing Needle. Am I that worried about a Hymn? Of all the cards in their hand, is the Hymn the scariest one for me? Like, Pithing Needle actively interacts with my strategy.
Yeah.
If I play... So if I Thoughtseize, I have to get rid of this Kolaghan's Command, otherwise my Pithing Needle is useless. I'm going to take the Pithing Needle.
And then do you Thoughtseize them here, or do you Needle here, or neither? Wait till next turn.
I think I wait.
Okay.
I know they have
He's
basics.
going to hit you next turn, right?
He is. Yep, Polluted Delta.
But that's pretty much the same as you Lotus Pedaling and Thoughtseizing and taking him. You're just picking which two.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Invasive Surgery now, not yet, is almost active. You got him. Okay, Ghost Quarter and that's fine. I think of all the cards I have, those are my weaker ones. Now we Thoughtseize. And see a Baleful Strix and a Kolaghan's Command. I think Kolaghan's Command is the worst one for... Because you can just get back the Strix.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably take the Kolaghan's Command. Let's play out one of our petals.
This is what I dislike about this deck. These hands right here where you're... you got to interact a little bit with them, and now you're at the mercy of what you draw from here on out.
Yep, mana sources.
You didn't stop them completely.
Nope.
You didn't get to take their one thing that they were relying on, their one Delver, or their one card. And they get so much filtering and card drawing, and we don't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a crop rotation and another draw brings us right back in it.
Skill level is the biggest argument for brewing in Magic. So, well, I think that has to be a worry. Brewing in Magic the Gathering, so many people want to brew that aren't good at it, right? You know, you have to really understand the line of when is it better to net deck to improve. Like, net decking improves skill. Brewing does not improve skill.
Oh, I see. But if your opponent has skill level and knows all the lines, then your brew might be able to counteract that a little bit because it's an unknown.
True. But I mean, I can clock him out with the Vampire Huntsman videos. Yeah, so truly improving at Magic requires mastery of the basics, which requires net decking, which requires following in the footsteps of others. It requires taking builds that you know are good and learning how to be good with that build yourself.
Absolutely.
Brewing is fun locally, but once you get into, I mean, essentially, you have to realize that you're playing against a large metagame that is driven by data. You know, the top teams literally have computer scientists writing code, deciding what their decks are going to be. Like, it's that simple. Oh, no, you get invasive surgery. Oh. So they get to look at all of my, and get my other Hymn to Torok out of my deck.
Okay.
Okay. And so, and that's the fundamental flaw. Anyone that says that net decking, you know, net deckers are the worst, and all they're doing is spending money to make it not fun for everyone else.
Yeah,
it's two different players, right?
Yep.
There are two different styles of players, and there are people that are very good at brewing because they've already mastered the basics of deck building and stuff. And I'm not. I cannot brew worth anything. I can pick up new decks and like kind of fiddle around with it and do that. Like, I have enough skill for that, but my skill level is still relatively low. Like, I'm not even really, you know, I'm not like you know, that good of a grinder anyways. Like, I'll top 8 and I'll get to finals and do that whole thing, but no, code doesn't account for unknown variables. But even still, there's enough catch-alls in those decks that like I have seen. Let's just go to limited because that's probably the best example of this, right? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, I'm not. I'm agreeing with you, but qualifying my agreement. If you go to limited, take the top limited players. This is essentially brewing, is what they're doing,
Right.
and everyone's limited to certain things. The top limited players can take decks that I couldn't win with, and absolutely stomp people.
Yeah.
Right.
Do Hex Mage to kill his Jace here? I guess he's just going to brainstorm, so you don't have to yet.
No.
So net decking, the term came about way back when the internet first started up, right?
Uh-huh.
Because there didn't used to be a net, right? And you had Netscape Navigator, and so people referred to the net. Now, that's not a thing anymore. And so once upon a time, net decking was kind of frowned upon because everyone else was brewing.
Oh, yeah, that's all there was.
And so there was suddenly this small amount of decks that were doing well, and if you went and copied it card for card, you were doing something no one else was doing. Magic's changed, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now all there is, if you're playing Standard, Modern, or Legacy, if you're playing a constructed format, that's what it is. And even if you're brewing, really you're taking elements from those decks and just changing things a little bit.
Yeah.
Very few people are actually brewing an entire new deck with an entire new concept behind it.
I mean, the fundamentals, like Magic, the fundamentals of Magic at this point require you to build on the knowledge of others, right? When it's a Wild West, it's about the sharing of information. Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean,
We got attack Jace there.
I'm not sure if it matters that much. Okay, first strike. I think regardless, they were going to block anyways. Yeah. But the thing, early on, like, the deck was built. So Brian Weissman, whatever, Brian, who built the deck. It was the collab between the two of them, and they broke the format. They figured it out, but as soon as they did it, they had to hide that information so other groups couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And that was important to them. And so, like, for the Pro Tour, we're going to see quote-unquote brews, but really the Pro Tour is a distillation of the last format mixed with the first couple of big tournaments, and now more than ever, there's not a lot of innovation there. There's not a lot of innovation at the Pro Tours. And we're super excited when we see, the John Finkel Seasons Pass deck. And we're super excited when we see those decks. But, frequently those are more of flash in the pans than...
And yeah, they're good for that tournament specifically, but then not so much afterwards.
Yeah, it's taking the hours from everyone else and using those hours actively to make you better at Magic. It eliminates some of the skill gap because you're on the same thing, but it also enhances the skill gap because if your opponent has the higher skill for those lines, then you're going to be out. And so, like, I don't know, brewing can be a handicap and a crutch a lot of the time, where you should be just piloting the best deck. So
The really long brainstorms off of Jace here.
it's really annoying. Also, the NRS. I mean, every time they brainstorm. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Kind of combined, everyone learns more. It's true. Human learning. I'm listening to Elon Musk's biography, and it talks about his relationship with the founder of Google, Lane Page.
Okay.
And he looks at Musk and is like, he's doing all these great things, and you're like, dude, you literally unlocked information for mankind.
Right.
You have literally, more than anyone else, created the digital age. And Wes agrees with all of it.
All of it, totally.
100%.
100%.
Got it.
Maybe 98%. There's probably a little bit into this.
I'm pretty sure 80% and above is counted as agreeing with all of it. So.
Whoa. I don't know.
Hallowed Google, who art in the cloud. Or Google, who art in the cloud, hallowed be thy name.
Some matchups.
Thy servers come,
when your opponent
thy code be done.
Oh.
On Earth as it is in Palo Alto.
I guess Google is a thing that we have, and it still feels kind of in its infancy.
It's amazing that cloud computing and that unlocking of all the information is still there, and they are actively recording all of the world's knowledge and finding ways to publish it to everyone.
100%.
100%. There we go.
There you go.
All of it. All means all. All is all.
But I think a lot of people can't quite grasp, me myself included, what the potential of that all is. Whereas you look at Elon Musk and you go, hey, if we all drove electric cars, that would be good. People,
screw having an individual
that's a good
thought.
Thing. Or if we were
You're
had
so
a
right.
colony on Mars, you could. That's like tangible, and you go, oh wow, he did that, he built that, he made that, and that's a different thing.
It's super tangible, and it's a lot easier to see. Like, I mean, and that's the really interesting thing about all of it, right? Is that we praise so much the tangible virtues, like right? Like, you know, we praise athletes because they're tangibly.
And so Google is.
God is all knowing. So Google is God, right? Google is not yet all knowing.
No. It's like 16% all knowing.
I mean, that's probably about where it's at. It knows a lot of stuff, but not everything. What was the line I was saying? Yeah. So we value tangible things so much more. Everything we can see is so much better than what we can't see, right?
Right.
We value our like basketball players and football players and soccer players way more than we value our chess players and our esports players, because their output is tangible. Whereas a lot of the game that's going on is going on inside all of our heads as we're trying to figure out ways to beat this opponent. Well, they're going to play Colgan's Command. Did they brainstorm with their Jace already? And so, like, the pundits, this is the funniest thing. Like, you think about people that thought that Twitch was, like, no one's going to watch gamers play this thing.
Right.
And yet, right now, we are currently in the middle of it. We're currently in the middle of people watching this. Yeah. We're sitting on this platform that was sold for $1 billion that now is worth easily over that.
Right.
Like, their annual revenue is, $380 million or something. And Bezos saw that, and people were ridiculing him, and his stock price is performing insane because he was just so much further ahead. Bye bye, Lotus Petal. And so it's just it's amazing, that whole thing.
Do you just run out Spirit Guide here?
I probably do.
Just empty your hand so he can't keep making you discard things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to take about 18 more minutes before we get to our next turn, so.
Well, if it takes 18 more minutes, then they lose the game anyways.
He's making some slow decisions here, guys.
Oh my goodness. Well, this was a faster one. Good
There
job.
we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack.
Swinging in for 3.
What? Essence Flux.
Return it to the battlefield. Okay, so he gets to unearth again, or
he gets
ponder,
to bounce Snapcaster, and it grows a little bit.
No, it has to be a spirit to grow.
Can you? Oh, can you undo an exile of Spirit Guide? You said you could.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because I've undone Black Lotus activations, so I don't think I've ever really needed to undo. Well, no. Let's see. I used to play Oops All Spells. That was my first Legacy deck in Magic Online. Not my first Legacy deck ever, but I was just like, I'll just play this on Magic Online because why not?
Yeah.
But it seems that when I build those decks for the first time, my very first game is like the Magical Christmas Lands win the game thing. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, so at least Liliana is going down to 1 to get rid of my Spirit Guide, instead of ticking up to get rid of my Spirit Guide.
Right. Having it out. And we win.
Yep. Sounds good. Well,
Unless they have a force of will.
not straight up win, but yeah, we'll see what they do. Let's not say we did.
They do have a spell to play. Here.
Force of Will.
I
Okay.
had one.
Well, you are losing 2 cards to this Liliana of the Veil and more time off your clock.
That was a 3-for-1 right there.
I mean, it was a Pluto Delta they got rid of, but
Yeah.
it still feels fine.
3-for-2. We lost a land. And we win.
Magic's hard. Bye, you. Yes, use Living Wish's ability. Get a Dark Depths.
It's almost like there's a little bit of redundancy in the stack where you
it's only
Crop Rotate and Living Wish and other things.
Is this the one with Living Wish? Yep. Absolutely. It absolutely is.
I think we should discard a card.
You're right.
Aha, got
Well, so the things that we actually need a way to get around this Baleful Strix. Because the Liliana of the Veil
That's right.
makes things difficult.
If he attacks with the Strix here, we win.
Don't think that's going to happen.
Ruined my plan. We're down to 2, so we have to do it. And hope for a step or something.
A step, or we get...
Yeah. It's now or never, though, so.
Undo. What can we... So...
Living Wish. Do we have one in the sideboard? Step in the
No, I
sideboard?
have a step in the sideboard. Crop rotation. Step. Just like game 1.
Not Ghost Quarter. If we had an Abrupt Decay, that would have worked. They got us. Are we on game 3? Does he have 4 minutes to finish game 3?
This is game 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe
I kind of
playing...
want let's put a Hex Mage in the side.
Sure.
Just so we have the Living Wish target for it. And bring the Abrupt Decay in.
Yeah.
I don't think Ratchet Bomb is good enough. So Safekeeper is not bad. But like Rex Sage is another like kind of win con for us.
Yep. But all of those are Living Wishable.
Yep.
So I think we had a turn where we could have played Elvish Spirit Guide and we didn't. It just sat in our hand. And that, if we had blocked, that would have bought us that one more turn, which may have gotten there.
Those are all cards. I'm going to do the thing.
We're on the let's interact with them plan.
Yeah, let's Inquisition your face. Yeah, let's get rid of your Death Ray Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels good. Okay.
There's a him and a...
And we can look at it right here.
Okay. Brainstorm and a needle. Okay. So Brainstorm's going to change things a little bit off of Cabal Therapy, right? So we can duress next turn and then Therapy.
I guess they're going to start with a Bayou.
Or they're not going to Brainstorm. We can take that one instead.
Let's see what you have now.
They drew a land.
Okay. Oh, we're going to get rid of...
I think that was a misplay on their part. I think you leave the blue open for Brainstorm, and then you can fetch and shuffle away.
Yep, no Brainstorm. Oh, they have 2 polluted deltas. I can play Pithing Needle with polluted delta. Oh my goodness. I feel like a bad person.
Yeah.
We're going to tap you for black, and we're going to Cabal Therapy, name... What did we say? Him to Torok?
Okay.
Or their Pithing Needle, maybe?
Yeah, take their needle. They're going to him you next turn, though.
With what? With they like any land is 2 black sources. Yeah, we'll get rid of him.
So I kind of like playing...
My opponent said the game is over.
Oh. I kind of like playing Needle there instead and needling their polluted deltas. Then they can't him you.
No, they still can, because I have an Urborg in play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's nothing. Hey, we won!
We're 1-1!
That was a really slow match, guys. But I got some candy, so it's okay.
Well, anything makes black mana with their stuff. Like, I could have named Polluted Delta to just make it so they don't get lands out of their deck, but, like, it's definitely name him off the Cabal Therapy and just, like, make the game continue going. If they can't fetch, like, it makes their brainstorms worse. It's just kind of funny that they're led with the Bayou like that.
Yeah.
Or it's just like...
Which is maybe why they concede there, right? Whoops. I lost.
Yeah, they lost.
Misclicked.
They lost all the interaction I had. The game was going to go way too long for them to have it. So
yeah.
So we should probably get a 5-0 at some point.
That'd be good.
Right?
Kyer said he did in...
He got a 3-0 in the
Innistrad
League. Yeah. Let's go take a look at his plunder. Yeah, so he said he got 3-0. Well, I guess it was just worth play points. Is this the list that won EE, or did you change anything? So there's no EE. It wants EE, absolutely.
You mean EE as in...
Eternal Extravaganza?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you mean?
That's exactly what he means. Oh, my, no. I almost missed it.
This list is close, but I don't think it's exact.
JJKBB 2005.
So this works. The Spirit Guide speeds everything up a little bit. We can turn one into the north.
Turn one into the north.
And then...
Crop rotate into an Urborg. Player Ghost Quarter, player Hexmage, and have it on turn 2? Yeah. Guys, we're super turbo. The draft was a blast. We also opened Snap, so you can sell that. We got 240 play points. Awesome. Awesome pothum. Let's see how many Snapcaster Mages I have in my collection now. I own 5 Snapcasters.
One of them is mint.
One of them is minty fresh.
Hasn't been played.
Has not been played.
They're
well, we're not...
That way.
I mean, they may have rotated the bits into one of our decks.
All right. We are into the northing.
Do I just get a basic forest for this? Because I'm going to crop rotate it away anyways.
Sure. I mean, if they have a wasteland, they're wasting the depths. But
Depths that's in play. Opponent's like, rip. Not a wasteland. Sure.
that's tough because so often that's the perfect line, but not so much here.
Not so much when I'm just raining on your parade. Ooh, we're not removing an ice counter right now. We're getting a Vampire Hexmage. And then playing a Pithing Needle on your Deathrite Shaman. My bad. So I probably play around a Wasteland. Just in case they draw it. Right?
Well, he activates the wasteland, you can respond, right? So.
But if he gets a Wasteland down and doesn't activate it, I'm at his mercy.
Yeah. So if you do it right... Yeah.
If I do it right here and get a 20/20, like Diabolic Edict.
In main deck. I've seen that once.
It's happened to us.
Yeah.
I still can't believe the deck lost a match. Bryce, you and Kyer were extra funny last night. Good. I'm glad. I still have to go back and watch the VODs. The whole thing was ragging on me and how bad I'm playing the deck.
Luckily, it was somebody in chat that was ragging on you, and we were just agreeing with them.
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Watch him play Sudden Shock.
I think you do it now.
I think it's the highest percentage.
Yeah.
Like, them having a Wasteland or any of the other options, like, they have to have Diabolic Edict.
Yeah.
And it could happen.
Or Swords to Plowshares.
I mean, I can play around Wasteland on board. Like, I can use the Ghost Quarter thing. Like, I have it. Yeah. White Faces is not wrong. So, well, obviously not. They're not doing it here. What if they have crop rotation into it? They're playing elves. Opponents on elves.
Ah, that changes.
That's hilarious. That is very hilarious. Oh, man. Changes almost nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Captain Cusey was raging a lot.
And H.C. Fox was telling us what the line should have been. Because it's his deck. And there's where you stop.
I mean,
Ready,
what else can you
stop.
do? And Fox. I mean, turning off Deathrite Shamans feels good.
It was a nice effort. He played some elves on turn 2.
Yeah.
It probably could have won in the near future if he had a glimpse. Maybe not.
Maybe I should switch the Ratchet Bombs in here to Powder Cakes.
Or explosives.
I mean, explosives are like $30 a piece.
No, that's a determining factor for.
We can definitely
when you pick a
e-price some explosives.
It's a lot of letters to type.
Yeah, it's a lot of letters. Jeez.
26.
27. Well, 26.95. 26 even for MM. Sure, but Fox is at least right when he talks. I mean, QC is right a lot sometimes, too.
Right, a lot sometimes.
He's right whenever I agree with him. Well, we won with a 2020. Ratchet Bomb and stuff. So we probably pull out guides.
It just won us the game.
That time. Library comes out. What were the other things we did? I think pitting needles are actually really important because we know that they'll have a Caracas.
I think we took out duress once, but maybe that stays. The probes could go. Cataxian probes?
Cataxian probe makes therapy good.
Yeah, but there's one of therapy. That's not our... Normally probe is in there so you know when to go off, right? So it's there as a insurance against counterspell decks.
Yeah. I'm going to keep the duress in because of just having a deck that is good.
That wins on
turn 2.
Turn 2. This deck wins.
Yeah, it's like they're like Thoughtseize, your one hex mage. Rip. I mean, I guess they get 2 Thoughtseizes before I can do anything, unless I get a Lotus Petal. I mean, this is the Thoughtseize start. Okay, and not a Thoughtseize. Okay.
We actually get to turbo the turbo depths.
We get to turbo. We get to turbo our depths.
Ugh, that's a slow hand.
That hand is awful.
I don't feel so bad about winning on turn 2 now.
I do not.
They didn't want to play this out anyway. It would have taken forever.
Nah, it didn't matter. That's not what they're about. Well, they drew something. Green Sun Zenith for 0. Oh, they got 2 guys Kratos in the hand.
Getting there, and then they can natural order, and yeah, next turn.
I mean, they can natural order next turn. You can just have 2.
They have to tap their
arbor
to do that.
Well, they can use their catacombs to search up another arbor, play their guy's cradle, 3, 4, lose an arbor, swing for. I mean, they swing for a lot, but it's not a win.
Nope.
This is their best line. Yep, you got that. You play a cradle.
Everything gets +4, +4, +4.
+5/+5
they
now.
didn't, they didn't do the thing, though.
No, they still have to play there. Yeah. Okay, 4. Yep, losing one of those. Oh, yeah, it's +4/+4. So 9 + 15. Block. Okay, yeah, I win. I guess they're just hoping I make a mistake. 2020. Exploration.
We go down to 2 because of that Gataxian.
So explorations, it's $290 for a play set of them. So that's $70 a piece on mine.
Ugh,
It's 70.
that's silly.
$72.50.
Swing for lethal. That was a good. It was a good attempt considering their hand looks.
I mean,
so
it was
ugly, right?
it was their strongest line. It was like it's not bad. Well, I guess they're untapping. Oh, they're gonna crop rotate here.
Did they
Oh
win?
shoot! Oh,
They didn't draw a crop rotate, did they? No.
because the thing is, I could have played around a crop rotate. I could have played my Lotus Petal and had my own crop rotation.
Yeah. So we knew what their cards were, right? And we saw that they drew Green Sun Zenith and then they drew the creature. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
there was no. There was
Champaka's like, oh no! Well, so the thing I learned right there is, even when, yeah.
the game's over. It's won. It's done. We've won. Okay, we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, is even if that wasn't the case, I had another Dark Depths and a Vampire Hexmage that they bounce it, they do the whole thing. I set up a crop rotation.
You were 2 lives, so you were dead next turn.
Was it 2 life?
Yeah, because they hit for 15 and then you get probed.
You're not wrong. So yeah, it would have been dead if that would have been the thing. So we've learned a valuable lesson, everyone.
Play that Lotus Petal.
Play the Lotus Petal when you have a crop rotation in your hand for the
just in case.
Sojiri step.
Just in case.
Well, Sojiri step doesn't protect it against Caracas. What would I need? Ghost Quarter doesn't even do it.
Nope.
I would have had to play everything out, allow them to bounce it, create my next one, or like Ghost Quarter their thing. Yeah, I could have done it.
Yeah, we can't.
So
go
it would have been, I would have had Urborg, Lotus Petal, Dark Depths, play my second Hexmage,
Yeah.
crop rotate the Urborg for a Ghost Quarter if they get their Caracas, Ghost Quarter their Caracas, and then get my next 2020.
Okay. Yeah.
And still lose when they attack me next turn.
Yeah. Because of probe. It's okay. We knew what we knew what they had. Oh, or Needle Caracas. Yeah, but we were talking about what we had in hand, right? Like we had
Didn't
crop rotation.
And well, I had. I don't think I had Needle. I had a Ratchet Bomb in my hand.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm bad at Magic. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that at this point, though.
We're 2-1. We're slightly better than 50% for now.
For now, I mean, that's not a bad start with this deck. We lost to one Elves player 1-2. We beat one Elves player 2-0. If we only play against Elves, we're probably not in a terrible position.
Only ever. Yeah, right.
Elves in check pile. Check out that pile.
Opponent found. We're ready. I'm going to join. I joined. I'm going to play first. This hand doesn't do anything at all. We do get 2 redraws though. Do you keep a bad 7 that has 2 redraws?
I mean, the Elvish Spirit Guides are lands.
Except they don't cast Hexmage.
I don't think that's as important.
So if we mold down to 6, would you keep this hand? Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Paul's like, mole.
Paul says, nope. He waited until we made a decision, and he's like, ha! Other one. He had them both ready to go. Keep, mole.
Do the opposite of what you did.
Okay. He's got one source of pleasures. And a port.
Huh.
It hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed. The delay does not work. Mangara is pretty annoying for us. Yeah. This is not a good deck for us to face.
There's nothing we need to needle this turn. You could have played your land, though. Did you not want to play your land there?
Yeah, I want to hold on to it.
Okay.
We can name Vial or Port.
Oh, never.
Didn't have it?
Yeah.
Always.
We're still not there, actually.
Oh, we're getting a black source. I want to turn off their Rashad Port. Or their Aether Vial.
The Vial's more threatening, right?
Guess. I have mana to get through, yeah. I'm gonna make it through.
How do we win? We're gonna show you how.
We're gonna figure it out as we go.
Yep. We're gonna play a Dark Depths next.
We need this Sagari Sept to be in our deck, actually.
Yeah, that was maybe the reason to mole. Safekeeper's good though. Ha! This Gitaxian Probe is a brilliant card. Rough. Sally is good.
Yeah. That comes in, I'll put in Hex Mage in the side like I did last time. Ratchet Bomb is probably one of the cards we want here. Gitaxian Probe is not great.
Yep.
Actually, you're really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's figure this out. We let them play Vial and we needle Vial. How do you win this matchup? So we get a Pinning Needle on Caracas and have a Sylvan Safekeeper in play.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we Thoughtseize or Inquisition or whatever their cards. Their Thalia. Yep. And then we have a Ratchet Bomb.
Yep.
It works, guys. It's a game plan. So what we do, here's the game plan.
We go turn 1, Urborg, Elvish Spirit Guide for a Safekeeper, Inquisition of Kozilek. So how many cards is that? 1, 2, 3.
Depths, Hex Mage. Win.
Yeah, Depths and Hex Mage.
Yeah.
That's 7 cards.
Yeah.
Or that's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally fine.
We found a line.
It's a start.
This is a similar hand as last one.
Could I have turn 1 Living Wish?
Uh-huh. And there's no way to cast X Mage. Unless we...
I don't have an Urborg in my side, do I? Turn 1 into the north with a Thespian Sage. I can get a turn 2 if they can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop it.
Yep.
I have a Pithing Needle for Caracas.
Let's do it. I like it.
It's not terrible.
Yep.
Do I lead with this? What if they have Wasteland? I mean, if they Wasteland, they're going to Wasteland the other one they get. Yep.
Then you needle the Wasteland if you're really worried about that.
Into the north. Get a Dark Depths. Next turn I have 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet and turbo-y right there.
It's pretty turbo-y.
They can Thalia or whatever else. They have a swords, right? That's the fear. Or the Wasteland.
Okay, you got a Wasteland. That means I get a Thoughtseize.
And Needle.
Yeah, Thoughtseize and Needle, whatever I need to.
We entered the north, so we don't get a Thoughtseize.
Correct. We pay the Needle just Wasteland preemptively, or do we pay the Needle Karaka? I think Wasteland's worse for us initially.
Yeah.
Maybe
there is Maverick decks that play. Are you talking about? Yes. So there are Maverick decks that have a one of Dark Depths, one of Stage in them.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a plan C. And there's a couple lists that have done well with that in them.
I've actually played against several of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the more common one to see online because it ends games faster.
And it doesn't hurt to have them in there.
So Death and Taxes is like literally this deck's worst matchup.
Okay. Because it has
Wasteland, Rashadenport,
just a few answers. Yeah.
Wasteland, Swords to Plowshares. I mean, Mengar is bad for us.
Right.
Hopefully they're not on Dead Guy Ale, otherwise I just gave them what they needed.
I don't think so.
Here's the funny thing. That's also a very funny thing right there that we did with their things and our stuff.
Yep. So they play a 2-drop next turn, and you respond to their Thalia by winning.
By winning the game. Yep. I do that thing. Oh, Flicker Wisp is terrible for this deck.
If they have a vial. Otherwise, it's not as ridiculous.
Also true. Yes.
Okay, so now do you pull the trigger here into a Source of Plowshares, or do we be more patient this time? Because vial there means he's probably playing around.
Yeah, I think we just be patient.
Yep. Living Wish for a Safekeeper. Wait for them to tap double white.
There we go.
That works.
Doesn't have haste.
Sure.
Dark Depths.
Click, 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 win!
Ah! Yeah, Safekeeper and I do not have Steely Resolve in this deck, Paul. There's no Steely Resolves. I do not have Steely Resolves. Although, in Warhammer, my army literally has balls of titanium, so... Well, we run it back.
Okay. This is never a deck I would play, and here we are playing it. I don't think I would.
It's because I'm the one that's actually clicking the buttons.
It's true. It's true.
It really isn't.
Well, and
I don't. When's the last time we played a deck that you would actually play?
The
Four color opposition.
No, or the 4-color pile deck we built.
Okay. Ram map is a bit too hard to cast in this deck.
Every time we've thought about wanting it, it's a turn too slow, right?
Yeah.
Because it costs 3 to put out, and we would have needed to make a land drop to play it, so we don't get to play another land.
Like, it makes way more sense main deck.
Wow. This works. We can play this.
Hand's not terrible. We have a Ghost Quarter for Caracas. We have...
Yep.
Do I lead Verdant Catacombs into... Well, I guess we see what their turn 1 is. Just depends on how badly I want to get Wastelanded.
Yeah.
Rashad and Port Vial. Bryce decks are like Delver and 4-color control, basically.
Yeah, I guess so. I played a
Blue-red.
A Dead Guy Ale list, and that was interesting. I tried out a Night of Reliquary list, and that was interesting. But Sultai or Grixis.
Okay, Pithing Needle. Which one are you naming? Which side of my combo?
Name
Thespian Stage.
Thespian Stage, yeah. Aww. You guessed the right.
Rip opponent guessing the right card.
You get a basic
We're going to get
swamp,
a basic swamp, yeah. Just to...
and then Inquisition, yeah.
Played around that Wasteland like a boss. Oh, they can't play their Stoneforge Mystic.
Right, but you can
Can't play their
duress
swords.
away
They can
the
just
swords.
write the
So I think
swords.
you just take the Stoneforge anyway.
Yeah, in case they do draw.
That's pretty brutal though. Stoneforge, the 1/3 or whatever it is, the 3-drop, exile a permanent, and swords.
Yeah, and them
And
having...
a needle.
Yeah, then them having Wasteland.
Oh, it's a Mirroring Crusader. No,
Hey, look, they drew the planes.
was it a Mirroring Crusader all along? I thought it was the...
Yeah, it was Mirror Crusader. It wasn't Mengar this time.
Oh.
They got their planes. Take off Wasteland.
Sure.
That was incorrect, but it's supposed to play the Duress.
Ah, yeah. Well, now you can. If you
I
take
still
off
can.
Wasteland.
Yeah.
So, if they get another planes, then Crusader plus Sword of Fire and Ice is really good, but Sword Splasher is the right take, right? You'll be able to Ratchet Bomb.
Because I can Ratchet Bomb into
Yeah. Swords is correct.
Sword is 3 turns out. Ratchet Bomb is 4.
They still have to get a plane, so.
Yeah.
And play both and equip. Because you're still Ratchet Bombing.
I mean, I can always set Ratchet Bomb on 1 and then just do that whole thing.
Yeah.
Then it gives them Wasteland back.
Yeah. It still takes swords here. It gives us an option. If they play Wasteland, and they're going to be tapping it for mana for now, so there'll be a window where we can go off, I think. If you run out Hexmage, I guess if you run out Hexmage and Ratchet Bomb, then they'll see it.
Okay, playing their swords. Sword of Fire and Ice. So I no longer have a way to get it out of their hand.
This isn't crystal clear to me.
This, I can put that on Sword of Fire and Ice. And still just play the Vampire Hexmage and go. Yeah, I'd probably just get on the beatdown plan right now. Because they have, like, Mirror and Crusader.
Yep.
Get on the beatdown plan. Or could play the Ratchet Bomb and, like, set up that whole crop rotation thing. If I play the Ratchet Bomb, I don't think playing my second needle makes sense.
So the Ratchet Bomb's a turn faster if you play it first, right? As opposed to Hexmage, because you have to tap their bomb. So Ratchet Bomb.
But so I have the crop rotation.
Yeah. Yep. So if you Ratchet Bomb here, if they can't tap their Wasteland next turn.
Well, I can Ratchet Bomb, play my second Pithing Needle.
Naming what?
Wasteland, and then crop rotate and do that.
We already got a. Yeah, so just Ratchet Bomb now to blow up the needles, to have a counter on it, and then there's the threat. And if they tap their Wasteland this turn, we win.
Do we though?
Well,
We don't have.
There's other things they can do, right?
Green source.
Swords and stuff.
Sure. Get a batter skull. Rockin' Man.
Okay, so Zero Window. Right now, you crop rotate.
I need a green source. I need to draw a green source
For why?
to be able to crop rotate. To be able to crop rotate and play Vampire Hexmage. Or I need another black source. I just need another source.
Let's see. Can you crop rotate the Ghost Quarter? Put out Dark Depths. Put a charge counter on Bomb. Then they still have an untapped Wasteland. So then you'll have. Yeah, you won't have another mana for Needle, will you?
I still need to draw a land.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty much any land gets it for me here.
So do you still crop rotate now? So that you can do that if you draw land? Because if you don't do it now, it doesn't work.
Well, so if I crop rotate now and don't draw, it has to be a green or a black source. Whichever way I do it, it's a green or a black source.
Okay.
I think having the Ghost Quarter is slightly better.
Sorry.
Is it? Like I'm down a mana either way. I'm either down a mana at the beginning of next turn, or I'm down a mana because I have to cast crop rotation.
Okay.
I want to hold it.
Yeah.
But we definitely have to put a counter on our Ratchet Bomb.
Yeah. Man.
On the ratchetest of bombs. Paul asked if you ever played Esper Delver. I'm not sure if you answered that.
Did I play Esper Delver? I think.
Oh my goodness.
I did. Okay, so now it works.
Okay.
So wait. First you
a Ratchet Bomb.
Yep. And then you put out a new Needle on Wasteland. And hope that they don't have swords.
If he wastelands in response, I'll just laugh. They didn't put out a Caracas. Black.
Yeah. Yep. We have to float black.
And then we're going to rotate the Bayou.
So what do you want to name with Needle now?
Probably Stoneforge Mystic. It's either Stoneforge or Caracas. Exile, cast this, rotate my Bayou. Getting a Dark Depths. Okay. I don't name Sword of Fire and Ice. Caracas is probably the correct
Caracas or Wasteland?
Well, because don't I just activate my Dark Depths here. Right? Yeah, I named Caracas.
Okay.
We got that part down.
Okay.
I just activate my Dark Depths here because the only answer they have now is a Sword of Splashers.
Okay.
We know that they don't have one in their hand.
Yeah.
And we know what 2 of the 3 cards are.
Yeah. Sure.
A Batter Skull doesn't win it for them.
Right.
Like, we're worried about a Wasteland.
Yeah. Wasteland and swords. But they'd be able to leave swords up if they had it. So, yeah.
Yeah. If they draw it, so be it. So be it. Although, once again, I could have played around a Wasteland with the Ghost Quarter that I have in play. And both Paul and Wes are behind. My opponent's like, that's not a Swords to Splashers.
LOL, he says. He drew the Caracas. That's awesome.
He's using the Krakus by the Swords Plowshares.
Nope.
Nope.
He's putting out a 2/2.
2/2 that.
Or not. That is an LOL right there. That he draws the Kragus and gets a Flicker Wisp. We didn't play around Flicker Wisp.
No, we didn't.
No.
Punished for not playing around Wasteland, or for trying to play around Wasteland when I don't need to play around Wasteland. Once again.
I don't think we win here. Maybe there's a chance. Goodness. I didn't think that they would have White Source and Flicker Wisp.
I did at least one of the things right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think they would be White Source Flicker Wisp either.
I didn't think it was Flicker Wisp, actually.
I wasn't even on my mind. But if we would have, I mean, we could have waited and done the whole Ghost Quarter thing. Yeah.
So if we had been patient there a turn, that would have been better. Still in it. Guys. This shouldn't be even a thing right here.
Well, I didn't play a Wasteland.
If he plays Swords to Plowshares, we gained 20 life.
Never didn't have it.
Our opponent's going, wait a minute. I played that perfectly, and they drew 2 cards. Yep.
Well, I can't block this guy. So I need one more card to make this perfect.
You're just making the 20/20 here.
Because he has a flyer.
I see.
So Jerry Step, crop rotation. I can do crop. Oh my goodness. My goodness.
You just drew Thespian Stage into Dark Depths into Step.
Oh my goodness. I should have won that game anyways if I would have played it correctly. Oh my goodness.
There was what?
3, the exact right 3 cards. The exact right 3 cards, guys. It's always better to be lucky than good. And I am insane.
There's one step.
I am insane at that.
Crop rotate doesn't work.
Crop rotate does work there.
You didn't have any green.
I had I could have Ghost Quartered my.
Oh, you could have done that. Okay,
yeah.
That was still a line. I was going to say, 1 card, 5 cards.
No, actually, not all my luck for the year is spent. This is an average day for me.
Your opponent can get a refund, right?
Goodness. Jeez.
Goodness.
Well, we're at least going even on this.
But yeah, there's no way we're not winning this round.
Oh my goodness.
We can be matched up against anything, and that luck either is going to carry right over, or we're never drawing a land again.
But let's be like, really? You don't know me as well as Kyra knows me, but that is like normal luck for me. Like, that's an average day.
It's 2 seconds away from conceding, and okay, hey, we drew a Dark Depths. It's still alive.
The dream is still alive.
Drew the other card, but he's got a flyer. Still alive.
Oh, goodness. I mean, turn 1, Living Wish. So we Living Wish into the Thespian Stage. Play a Thespian Stage. Yeah, I mean, we just kind of go for that.
Okay.
Or do we... I mean, we can just Living Wish off this, crop rotate and turn Urborg.
Uh-huh.
Living Wish, grab the Thespian Stage, crop rotate into an Urborg.
Yeah.
And do that whole thing.
Yeah.
You only need runner. I mean, the last card of that thing was the greatest one.
Yeah,
Reddit would eat this up.
we
So if you
could
guys
clip
want to
that.
clip it and put it on Reddit, I'm looking at you, R. Jorgensen, whenever you get around to it. Champaka, you can do it. Captain QC. Paul. Just someone clip that runner, those 3 in a row, into Sajiri step. It's like, I just need to draw a Sajiri step for a confrontation. Sajiri, we like look at it for a second. We're like,
all right,
never didn't have it.
We're keeping this.
We're keeping this hand. You can go back and clip. I'm pretty sure you can go back like in the replay and clip. Like clipping isn't super hard. I just don't know how to do it well. So we play a land. We play 2 Lotus Petals.
Or do we just Living Wish and play one, or use one petal here?
And keep the crop rotation.
Just do we crop rotate this turn?
I mean, we don't have to.
It's not hard. Other people do it easily. Come on, Paul.
I mean, R. Jorgensen does it all the time. We have so many clips that he's done for us. Just ask Travis. He'll do it.
Yep.
By you? Yep. I guess I'm getting white.
Sure.
Yes, I do want to use Living Wish. I love how it asks you.
Yeah. Stage.
And pass turn. Opponent's like, no. Jeez. I'm gonna run high on that all weekend. It's gonna carry me to a win at Worlds, guys. All the way. We can go. All the pithing needle on Wasteland.
Okay.
Yeah, gonna do that one.
We don't know if they have wastes, but
I'm just gonna name it.
yeah.
It's the only thing that gets in the way of this combo now.
And they probably
That
Cantrip
Caracas.
right here, brainstorm. Nope.
Apparently not. Here we dance.
We have the win. What do you have? You can't. Cabal Therapy away Dark Depths. You can't.
If they show and tell, we just get a 20/20.
Right.
Do you see how we do that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we
That's fabulous.
put the Dark Depths into play.
Yeah.
We Lotus Petal to crop rotate our Bayou away for an Urborg and tap them all together.
That works.
So someone help me cheat this Dark Depths into play. I'm not sure if you heard at the beginning of this, Paul, but I looked at building lands, and it's $600 that I don't really have to spend on an MTGO deck right now. But if we can get 100 subscribers,
done.
once we get 100 subscribers, I will build lands.
I like it.
That will pay. That will pay for that deck. So if you guys are into it, just build a bunch of shill accounts, pay for a bunch of Twitch Prime that you don't need, and subscribe. Yeah, until explorations are not $72 a piece.
Yeah.
Once those go down, I can get Mox Diamonds. Like Rashad ports are okay. I can play without the ports, but the card's so good. But it's really just exploration being $300 for a playset. Our opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore.
No.
They're done.
That's, yeah.
We could buy it for you. Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale is like $350.
Oh. Okay. Our opponent is storming, finding a ritual. If you've got Lotus Petal, so we give them another turn.
This deck is just now trolling. It's like, you want Sajiri Step? Here you go. Everyone gets a Sajiri Step. All the Sajiri Steps, all the time. How do we beat Storm?
We do the thing before they do their thing. That's how.
And we have surgical distractions.
Well, yeah. Do you want to use your crop rotation?
What do I get with my crop rotation?
Urborg?
Yeah, it doesn't matter that much. I don't want to give him another black source.
And another storm count.
Yeah, not worth it.
In fact, they may have just
Let's see. Stream for you guys in power so you can save money that way. You're right. We can save money on power because you're streaming.
I think the
You discard Storm to Death.
time that you
Also
would,
not wrong.
you would say the time it would take. I think we might hit 100 subscribers before you would save money and power enough to pay that off.
Certainly.
That's the goal here.
Okay, Storm counts 2.
Ritual. Ritual 2. Yep. And another ritual.
LED.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Petition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, sorry. Past and Flames. Ghost Quarter and Port are equalish in power level, so you can save money on Port and play Ghost Quarter. Okay. They have the win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got it. It saves us 100. Now it's 500 instead of 600, so still 100 subscribers. I think Kai would want us to build Jund before I build lands.
And the expense there is Liliana's.
Yeah, right now I actually used to own Jund in Legacy.
Begin sideboard. We were going to win next turn.
We were.
We were just a turn slow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I probably want the main deck Bog. Step is going out for the main deck Bog. Because being able to crop rotate is probably stronger than being able to living wish it. We want all of these cards right here. Right here. What's the thing? They'll stop.
Library leaves. Needle leaves. One more needle leaves.
For what? What do we bring in? What's better than...
That's 61.
Oh, it's 61. Jund needs Knight of the Reliquary. Lands is better than Jund.
It's not half.
It's not half. It's like
90%.
95%. It's really close.
Yeah. You use about 10%. So I've been told.
Or so, yeah.
So you can switch decks in Magic Online much easier than you can on paper. Wow! All the lands!
I wish we had a Hex Mage in our
How many Urborgs do we need?
None of them,
we have
actually.
to mold this, right?
Yeah. The 6 is better. That 6 is much better.
Okay.
Yep. We're going to keep this hand. We're going to put that on top. Right on top of our library. Right squarely on top of the library. Inquisition them right in their face. We probably take...
They have a Cabal Therapy and a Probe, so they're going to take something from us. But they can't take Petal. I mean, they can, but...
Can they tutor off next turn? I mean, they'll probably name Petal. Like, so... Oh, that's nice. I haven't had to count out Storm for a while. They can... Next turn, they can go a land, or they'll go... Yeah, it's nice, but it don't have much online. Some paper.
So we have to take Cabal Therapy, right? Otherwise we lose both Petals.
Yeah, we lose both Petals. Well, no, we need to count if they can win here. So they'll go Gitaxian Probe, Storm count 1, land, LED, Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor, Crack. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then they're left with 4 mana.
Yeah, 4 mana and 2 cards in hand.
So I don't think they can win next turn.
6.
Whatever they draw.
Yeah, the draw could be bad for us. You're probably right that it's therapy we take.
Yeah. You could have just played the Petals. We didn't need to take therapy, guys. We both realized it right away.
As soon as we click it.
Just play the Petals. TJ comes in and is like, guys, you're missing something here. Just play them. It doesn't matter if he therapies you. That was dumb.
Twitch delay for the win.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
This is hour 4, guys, of magicking. So
Hour 3.5. We're getting there. So stupid.
Taking a tutor would have been nice.
Oh, taking the tutor is way better. I mean, they have a potential win here.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoops.
Mistakes were made.
We were trying way too hard there.
We were trying way too hard. I should have just gone with what I knew was the correct play.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Yeah, he wins here. Because I didn't take the tutor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good job. Woo!
Punt! Punt!
3 and 2.
Okay.
That was silly. I like the echo.
I love the echo. Makes it so much better.
Yeah, we did.
We did, Paul. We literally said, I don't really care about you winning the game right here.
We got an Inquisition. And we want you guys to...
We could have Inquisitioned it away and then immediately...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Him to next turn.
Oh, the other thing I said, so November 1st we would open all these. So we're going to open all these.
All these.
Open all these. Ready? 1, 2, open all these. 10 play points. Unlicensed. Look at all those wonderful cards.
Omen Machine?
Ranger.
Man, that is a squirrel. Why is that in here? Is that an EDH thing?
Here. It's from Prophecy. I actually opened this in one of my Prophecy packs. I got 10 extra play points though. Well, congratulations, guys. That's what our loot for last month got us. And I guess that's it for today. We're gonna realize that we're not all put together for any more matches of Magic.
Brian and I, we had our moment, right? You can't then continue to have more moments after that one moment.
No, it's like a stanza theory where you get up and walk away as soon as it happens. We should have just left and then ended it tomorrow at 4-1.
That would have been smart.
Thus is life. So major punt there. We may not have won anyways. So thus is life.
Yeah, we would have been able to hymn them next turn though.
And then
we would have all been playing off the top for a while.
Yep. So bad.
Well, guys,
I'm so bad at Magic.
I think we're gonna stop there. What is somebody playing?
What's the stream schedule for tonight? So I don't believe we're streaming anything tonight. Kyra may do some offsite Innistrad Standard because that's live, and then we've got Standard tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's going to be actual like PT, like pre-PT Standard, or if it's going to be. Innistrad Standard. And then Friday I won't be here, so I'm actually not sure what that's going to look like for our normal stream. And then we probably have Bad Magic on Saturday. We have Bad Magic on Saturday.
Yeah, thumbs up for that.
Who's the guest for that?
Kyre, actually.
Kyre's the guest for it. And are you playing your green-white deck?
No. You have to show up to the stream to find out what you're playing.
Apparently you have to show up to the stream to find out what you're playing.
But it's something that Kyre designed.
Oh. It has to do with very fun cards. I know it is, but I will not reveal it on stream. And I'll tell Bryce so he knows what's going on.
Oh, I get to be in the know.
Yeah. And then we're actually starting Modern this Thursday. We may be streaming live Modern this week. Not 100% about that. It depends on whether or not...
and that would be Thursday night.
Yep. We're not. I'm not sure if Dungeon Crawler Radio is going to be here or not. But if they are, we won't be able to stream it. And then our normal Friday night stream. Do we have any other crazy events coming up this week?
No.
Next week we've got Mercadian Masks draft.
And we're going to stream
Saturday.
that?
I'm going to try. So either I'm going to be out there playing and, we'll see. Or I'll be back here with Kyre. And we'll actually learn the format. Unlike the last Mercadian Masks block that we did.
Yes, I will be at a disadvantage since I didn't make it to the last one.
But you are playing in this one. Yeah.
It's going to happen.
There were a couple other people that I said I would save spots for that didn't get to make it out. It was like Aaron Muranaka and some of those guys.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if we get some of that crew up for that. So see if they can make another weekend after the PT.
Right after. More Magic.
But since I won't be here, I'm going to just wish good luck to all the Utah Magic players that are there. Team Lingering Souls is anchored by some Utah players. So Alex Sittner, Danny Castro, Mike Hinderaker are all Utah guys. We have Danny Castro in here every once in a while. Mike comes in and plays Legacy on Fridays. Alex owns another store, so he's not down here often. But
he's been in here, though.
Yeah.
He's played.
Yeah. And then we got a couple other guys. So Travis Padilla's headed down there. I believe Aaron Moronaka made it on. I think Sammy got in. And
there's a lot of teams.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing when you go down the list, seeing them all.
It was really cool to kind of see everyone that's in that, and we'll have some potentially not exclusive content, but we'll have some special content directly from the Pro Tour on our Facebook, semi-live, shortcuts, edits, minute between rounds, of some of the teams going down. I'm not sure if it's been announced yet, but we'll have some gold pros that we helped sponsor the media guys behind them. So
sweet.
Yeah, it's an exciting weekend for all of us. Even if you're not into standard, I would encourage you to watch the Pro Tour this weekend because the standard format is
and it should be fun.
It's really good. So, anyways, we'll catch you around.
Thanks for joining us, guys.